Welcome into the Cam and Strick podcast, episode number 145.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting day today, Cam, because I am dealing with a significant injury, a serious injury. I'm on antibiotics.
It's really bizarre.
And the way that it's impacting my energy level, I probably shouldn't be driving a car. I shouldn't be doing anything.
You're
while
fragile
I'm on this
as
medication.
shit, man. You are fragile. Like Andy has like a little thing on his elbow. Which
It's a compression sleeve.
I used to get like, yeah, I know what it is.
It's
like
a compression sleeve.
Like it looked like a spider bite on your elbow. And I used to get those when I used to elbow guys in the corner, and my elbow pad would go down. I'd hit the glass so fucking hard and then just blow up and have a big knot, and they had to drain it and all that shit. But Andy got that. And he's walking around like, look at me. I am injured because I am an athlete. Look at me. Now he's wearing a compression sleeve. Like, look, I do things athletically. Look at me. I'm hurt. And no one gives a fuck. Okay? No one cares. We just did an interview and you hit your elbow and you guys are looking at each other like
I was
you broke
in
your fucking
significant
neck.
pain, dude.
No, you got bit by a goddamn spider.
Well, there's
Suck
no
it the
proof
fuck
of
up.
that. There's no proof of that.
No, you did, dude. You didn't fall. You didn't do. You didn't
tell you what
grind.
the,
You didn't elbow any big dog.
Can
or
I tell
anything.
you what
you
the
did nothing.
world-class orthopedic surgeon who's treated
I don't think people
many
care that
professional
much.
athletes.
They want me to chirp you about it, but what is it?
He's treated many Olympic athletes, actually.
Andy, what is it? Because it looks nasty as fuck.
Well, we don't know yet, but there's an infection, and there was a chance
You got bit by a fucking spider, but you're acting like you're an athlete. Like you did, like you went to a fucking marathon, and you're crawling under like fucking pavement, and you did
Hold
this.
on.
Like, you didn't do shit.
Hold on.
You didn't do shit.
Okay,
dude.
here's the deal.
You didn't do shit.
So I wake up, I've got some soreness. There was like a little cut, and I didn't know where the cut came
Fucking
from.
baby.
We didn't know how it happened, and so I
Fucking
just kind of like
baby.
left it alone. And all of a sudden, one day, it just ballooned up, got all infected. It was a very serious case. In fact, the doctor said he had never seen anything like it.
Oh, never.
And
What kind of loser doctor are you going to?
He even wanted to put a needle in it. And,
put a fucking
and
needle in it,
Drain.
dude.
I was like,
Drain it.
I don't know if we need that.
You got bit by a spider, you pussy.
But he did say there's the
fuck outta
risk of, which is why I'm on heavy dosage right now. 2 different medications, heavy dosage.
Fucking
And
baby.
he
What a
said
waste.
if I get blood poisoning, dude, it could be like...
I hope you do.
No, oh my...
No,
don't say that.
No, I'm just letting you
Don't
know.
say
You
that.
need some. You act like shit's fucking more important.
Don't say that.
Look, you didn't do
Because
shit.
if it happened, I could, like, something really bad could happen. Like,
I don't got to do a
honestly.
podcast for 2 weeks. I'll get you on my house. Is that what you're talking about? No, Andy, you're fine. Quit acting like you have some significant problem with your
hurts
elbow.
to the touch. And let me tell you something. So years ago, I had a really...
Jesus
I had an
Christ.
inflamed bursa sac. And I wore the same elbow pads for years when I was a kid, and I would hit my elbow on the ice,
Where am I?
and I just had a massive bursa sac. No, listen, and it got so big it ballooned up. I met an acupuncturist lady, unbelievable.
Yeah.
She developed for me only, like I'm the only person in the world
I
that have ever used it. This
You and Nelson Mandela
this
back in the
paste
day.
that she put on my elbow, and the swelling went down immediately. I never had another issue. And that's what this reminds
that's a
me of.
fascinating
so
story.
if I just touch it on the table, or anything, it hurts badly, really bad.
Oh, God. I feel sorry for him. Andy, take that goddamn sleeve off. It does nothing.
it's a compression
You got
sleeve.
bit by a mosquito, probably. Just stay away from me and we're good. But your elbow's fine. And get the goddamn thing drained out because there's a little bit of a thing on it. Or pop the motherfucker. It looks like a big... You might have a fucking pimple on your elbow. Just pop the motherfucker.
No,
He's got a brace, goes to the hospital. There's guys like fucking... with like car accident shit, and he's like, my elbow comes first, and people are like, well, I guess we gotta get Andy's elbow in there. Stop doing that.
It's pretty serious, dude. Now, you saw how bad it was. Tell the people though how bad you were
It looked
flipping
pretty
out.
bad.
You're like,
It
dude,
looked-
you need to go get that looked at.
It looked
said
like
that.
you elbowed somebody in the corner, but you didn't. So what'd you do? Fall off your bike? Like what'd you do? Were you writing a story and you're like, my elbow slipped and I hit? Like what the fuck? Like
I don't know what
get
happened.
It.
I don't know what happened.
Take care of
It
yourself.
might have been from stick and puck when I take Tide to stick and puck. I may
that
have
must be really hardcore
shot
out
a few
there.
too many
Yeah,
pucks.
those 3-year-olds fucking will rip you with a buck.
I've been teaching him how to ride a bike, by the way. You know,
Good, you should.
Yeah.
He needs to rollerblade and ride bikes all the
Yes,
goddamn time.
yes, yeah.
Like every day. Like come home,
Ivy's
like,
not
what am I
really
doing?
having it. Ivy's 7.
Yeah, but
She's like,
let her.
I just don't.
She doesn't want to do it.
It took Chloe like 30 seconds.
She doesn't want to
That
ride
was
a
a
bike.
while ago.
She
No,
don't want-
Chloe rides it all.
No, but
everywhere.
Ivy don't want to ride a bike.
She does not
Oh,
ride because
okay.
she's not confident in her bike riding.
Well, get her confidence up.
She was the same way with like swimming and stuff like that. Now she swims like a fish. She swims everywhere.
Pump her up a little bit. Sometimes you gotta pump your girl up.
I'm pumping her up.
Don't
dude.
just pump Ty up.
No,
don't just pump Ty up.
I'm pumping her up too.
Because she's probably like, help me. I'm the youngest.
No, she's the middle.
Well, the middle's worse than poor girl. She's probably like, give me attention.
Yeah.
Blake gets more attention than me, and that, who knows where the fuck he's at? He's probably at the neighbor's house.
Blake
sleeping.
signed an endorsement deal with Freely Foods.
No, he didn't.
Way.
But
Yeah,
here's the deal.
Did.
Poor Ivy.
Free food for
Ivy's
a year.
like, I want attention.
Hey, free food for a year, but they didn't tell me they were going to send it to me all at once. I mean, what do I do with all of it?
You save it.
Okay. Is it going to go bad?
Dog food.
I got to put it in the fridge or something, or what do I do with it?
What kind of food is it?
You need to borrow some?
Refrigerated
You need to borrow
food?
some? It's salmon flavored.
I get free food too.
It's salmon flavored.
I don't need anything from you, Andy, except for the checks that come with this thing. But the point is, like, poor Ivy's like, I want attention. She probably doesn't get enough attention.
She gets a ton of attention.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, she's my little girl, man.
Because I'll have my nieces over and she can come over and I'll babysit.
Princess.
My house is not kid friendly though. They could open a drawer.
Yeah, it's not adult friendly either. After the video you sent me this morning, you sent me a picture of that green shower of your. I don't know what's going on the floor. It's like they just like did it with their eyes closed.
Well,
like what is going on there? It's like gold and brown on the floor. The walls are green. There's shower heads like everywhere.
Yeah, it's
like random shower.
Called when you're wealthy, you have multiple shower heads. You dummy.
It was cool back in the early '80s or something.
It's 1998.
Your bathroom is carpeted though, which you don't see too often.
Yeah, it's carpeted.
What do you make out of that?
Well, it's gigantic.
It's
Andy.
like a clubhouse at the golf course. You know, it's like
exactly right.
Barbecued a lot this past weekend. I've been trying different things.
People care about that. People care about your barbecue. Go ahead, talk.
Well, I had the Traeger going, and I had some different things happening. Cam, I had some tenderloin skewers. I sent that to you. You said, "Damn boy, they look
pretty good, man.
Yeah, they look really good."
Like you don't eat them. It's so funny. Andy gets his free food. He's fucking trolling this cat. This cat that gives him free meat, and he cooks it, and he probably just throws it away because his kids don't eat fucking meat because he's one of them vegetarians. I'm a vegetarian. I'm healthy. My kids aren't eating meat because they're going to live to 120.
The first overall pick in the NBA, vegan.
Cool.
Isn't that amazing?
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's 30 billion times better athlete than you. So sometimes when you're not a good athlete, you got to eat meat to like kind of build yourself up. Feed your kids some fucking meat. And I'm glad that you cooked that this weekend. And then Andy cooks a bunch of chicken. He's like, look, Cam, I'm cooking chicken. I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I cook chicken every fucking night. He's like, I'm going to bring some over the next couple of days. I go, don't waste your fucking time.
In fact, I brought some for you. So you're going to try some here on the show, dude. Because
Get that bullshit out of my fucking face.
Listen,
I don't eat day-old bullshit.
I brought you full chicken. Dude, it's a full chicken.
Give me that motherfucker.
It's like a real chicken. It's a real
Let me look at this motherfucker.
First, I got wings
I ain't
for
playing
you and
no
everything.
Actually, let me look at this.
I got chicken wings for
Open
you.
it up.
And you got to try it.
Let me look at it. They look pretty soggy.
No, look at that thing.
I'll take that goddamn thing home.
Okay, you got to eat it.
How old is it?
It's less than 24 hours.
Seriously though, because I don't do this bullshit. You think I'm cheap, but I ain't cheap.
No, it's less than 24 hours. So you need.
It smells like fuck.
It smells great.
I ain't playing. You open that thing, it smells like fuck. I've smelled that before, and it wasn't a good scene when I was in.
I brought forks,
so you know.
dude, if you want to try one.
I ain't trying it now, you fucking idiot. Okay. You're lucky I eat a day old shit.
You're taking that home.
And
I want to have a video from you about it. I want to know how good it was.
This is how I am such a fucking. I will order so much food.
And you want wings too, right? You get to
put it in there, and I'll throw it away when I get home.
No. Brody will take it if you're not going to eat it.
I order food, and I'll get wasted, and I'll pass out, and Kate will pass out next to me, and we'll wake up.
And then they ring the doorbell?
No. I have the fuck food, and I get so drunk that I pass out. It's not a good thing, but it's a long day. And Brody, go ahead and eat that.
Now, Brody's trying the wings right now.
Yeah, Brody's desperate.
Listen, so I thought...
Brody doesn't make that much money, and he needs to eat fucking food. Okay, so shut the fuck up.
I've gotten some... I put the video out there of me making the wings. I've gotten emails and videos from people who are asking me to compete in competitions. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Stupid people?
There's a lot of...
So here's the deal.
There's a lot of things happening.
I will order food, and then I'll forget about it, and I'll wake up next time like, no, I'm not eating it. Like, I throw shit away. I'm wasteful when it comes to that. So don't act like you're going to cook something. Like,
do you eat leftovers or no?
I mean, if I cook a fat fucking tomahawk, baby, and then the next day I cut that motherfucker up like sushi, and I'll sear it again with butter, and I'll eat it with my eggs, goddamn right I'll do that. But if I'm not hungry that night, I'm probably going to give it to my neighbors. But
how is it?
Oh, is it pretty good? Brody doesn't know shit.
No, he does.
He eats fucking grass all day because Of what? 100?
He gave it a 7.5.
Of 100?
That's cold.
It's cold. Hey, stop. Okay. I'm not eating that shit. I'll
you
throw it
will when
away
you get
for
home.
you.
No, you will when you get home.
Sure.
And you'll let me know
I'm not
how
going
it
to go to
goes.
the clubhouse and get my own food.
All right. Am I the only one?
You talk about Evander Kane?
Oh, we're gonna get into that. Am I the only
Fucking
one though?
weirdo.
Real quick about like they didn't know like it was like a thing that Marc-Andre Fleury wasn't going to go to Chicago. Like,
How are you not going to go to
like,
Chicago?
you're not going to go?
No, I didn't believe that.
They make whatever $7 million
I'm glad you brought that up.
or something like that, and like Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves are calling you and be like, "Hey, bro, we just got Seth Jones.
Yeah, they got problems over there.
We're going to be good." I know. We're not getting into that. I mean, that's a whole other issue.
Fucking
but
psycho.
you want to come play with us and live in Chicago, make $7 million? Like
be
what?
a pimp again? Be a pimp for 3 different cities? You goddamn right he's going to do it. I knew that from all.
Me too. And
I didn't
everybody's
talk
like,
to that
"Oh,
guy.
he's announced he's coming."
Fuck
like
you.
what? Was he not coming?
Oh, fuck out of here.
I knew that was like some speculation. And believe me, I don't like live in a cave, but I just didn't read into it. I didn't think it was worthy of like a tweet from like 50 different
He's
insiders.
not going to play. He's not going to play. Get the fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Of course you're going to play for Chicago. There's 22,000 people there. Psycho fans. They love you. You'll be a god there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to do it because of... No, you're going to play. And you're going to make money. And you're going to be a Hall of Famer. I know. It's Chicago. Andy, that national anthem, let me tell all y'all, if you want to play for Chicago, and I love the Blues, and Andy and I are embedded here, and we want people to come here. But if you play for Chicago, although there's bullshit going on, and don't get me wrong, we're going to fucking dig into that when we need to dig into it. But if you play for that team, and you sit there for that national anthem, and everybody, 22,000, not 18, 22,000 people are going fucking crazy, and you're crying on the bench because you're so pumped up. You want that. You want it. Marc-Andre Fleury is going to play there. He's going to be successful. That team's going to be good. They're probably going to kick the Blues' ass.
How good are they?
They're going to be decent, dude.
I think the Blues are good. I think they're better now
I think
than
the
they
Blues
were
are
coming
good,
into
too.
last season.
Fucking right, they're good. Bucci and fucking Sadi, goddamn right. They're going to come in and do their thing. 6'3", let's go. I like GMs that hire and that sign players that are under 28 years old. Mm-hmm. That's what I like. Mm-hmm. I like GMs that sign motherfuckers that are under 28 years old. That's what I like. And that's what
28 or younger?
28 or younger. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. So you got your 34 at the end? Fucking right. 34, right. You're still kicking it. Right. Not when you're 38. I'm 37. I'm a fucking disaster.
But you're in your prime at least until you're 32.
32, 33, no doubt. My dad was his strongest at 34 years old. He always told me
that. Did he play in the league and I didn't know about him? Like, I mean, what are you talking about?
My dad was a shit-kicking motherfucker, dude. And he used to tell me, I was my strongest when I was 35 to 37 years old.
Really?
I was at my strongest.
You know when I was at my strongest? Honestly.
When you're 10?
Probably in my, like...
You're never your strongest.
I'm probably at my strongest right now, actually.
With that stupid fucking elbow thing going on.
What time
Andy,
is it?
I could push you over right now and you'd be fucked.
Gotta take my antibiotic in 10 minutes.
Cool. You're cool. I'm taking this and that, and I'm going to take everything they give me. Did the government give you that?
Gotta take my antibiotic in 10 minutes.
Did the government give you that?
So if you know I'm taking a pill, you know what I'm doing. It's like
whatever the government tells me to take, I'm going to take it.
It's prescribed. Mm-hmm. All right, so Evander Kane. Let me just,
He's doing good.
Before I give you your take,
Nutbag.
I just want to say something real quick.
What?
I mean, I don't know what kind of relationship people are in who are listening right now, whatever. I mean, like, what kind of relationship do you have to be in?
Man, dude,
where your wife will go,
get out of here with
that crazy on you. I mean, you must have do something really, really bad to trigger her to do that to you publicly when you're a public figure. And so I don't know who's right, who's wrong. They both sound a little unstable, but
Andy,
there's kids involved, and all I'm saying is,
thank you.
I just hope the kids are taken care of, man.
And they're not. Who are you kidding?
Well, we don't know.
Get the fuck out of
my face. She says they're not.
Get the fuck. If there's some chicks that come out and they say, he did this and that, and you're like, well, okay, let's look at this, and we figure it out. Like, oh, goddamn right, he did do that. And there's some times where it's like, okay, chick, what are you talking about?
Right.
In this situation,
and sometimes there could be like an alternative motives and stuff like that.
$1,000,000,000.
But you're not getting that read. I am
taking the woman's
consideration.
I look at what she put out, and I read everything where he's over in Europe hanging out with models. When she's fucking pregnant, and he's
a bad look, man.
Get the fuck out
Okay, what
here.
about the gambling?
The gambling, you fuck. That's like the least of my concerns.
I know, but what do you think of the gambling? Well, here's the
You're
deal.
a joke.
Just so you know, if he is found to have gambled on Sharks games or NHL games.
Yeah, but what's he
whatever.
going to do to turn the point on that?
No,
right?
but he'll be done. Like his contract, he'll never make
100%.
another dime, and he'll never be back in the league ever. He already is bankrupt.
I'd get him out of there.
She's talking about like hanging out with criminals and stuff like that, like his gambling issues.
know,
I mean,
man.
damn, dude, it's not a good look for the guy who was like all over television.
Here's the deal.
Who couldn't turn down an interview a few weeks ago? Remember that? Like I don't know.
He used
Listen,
her, man.
I
use women.
I can't relate to people who don't take care of their
You
kids.
use women, dude.
When their wives are pregnant and all that. I just can't take. I can't relate to that.
You're in Europe when
But
your wife's pregnant and you're like hanging out with
This is like this is straight out of like a trailer park or something, you know? Like,
trailer park bullshit. Canadian trailer park boys.
I
What
think
you are.
it's,
You're fucking Ricky. You're fucking Ricky from the trailer park boys.
I think they're in San Jose though.
You're Ricky. You're not in Nova Scotia. You're Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. You're fucking impregnating chicks, paying like get the.
Is he impregnating him too?
Dude, that's what I fucking read, man. Like, and of course you know. But you're a fucking jackass, man. I don't give a if you're gambling because you have a gambling problem, but you love your family and you're trying to take care of family and you're gambling on things to take care of family because you're in a jam. I'll give you leeway, homie. If you're an addict on shit, I give you leeway. But if
He might be an addict.
I know, but if you're really
He might be a gambling
you're
addict.
fucking broads and impregnating them and paying them out, and you fucking that's not gambling addict, homie. That's you just taking advantage of your status. You leave your broad and you go all the way over to fucking Europe and you do all this shit with chicks and you spend all this fucking money and you fucking have her.
What's going on in Europe, you think?
They said she said he's over in fucking Europe hanging out with fucking going to parties.
Going to dinners and parties.
Going to parties like you're making money.
And she can't afford like a baby formula or something like that.
Came and wiped the kid's ass. And you're over there doing your shit. Fuck you. I've had my problems big time. But you're amplifying everything. Like you could just be, I got to gamble because I had a problem. My poor kids, I got to feed them, and I fucked up. I'll be like, okay, man, you fucked up.
Well,
You're
some
gonna get
people
kicked.
really have big time gambling problems.
This
you
is
know that.
different. This is about me.
This is about responsibility, man.
Me.
It's about. I get it. Listen. I understand what you're saying.
I hope you understand it.
And I think you made it pretty clear.
Well,
but
if he wants to come on and fucking rebuttal me, let's go.
Well, I'm just saying, like.
Plus, see, he won't do it. He'll go on the Athletic, and the guy will fucking throw him softballs. Come on here.
No, he'll go on like Sports Center.
I'm into.
Right?
Here's the deal. Like I had tough times. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Prove us wrong, homeboy. Prove us wrong. Come on here and talk about it. Come on, go to somewhere and actually answer questions.
Take us through this though. Like, what do you think his reaction was when that first came out? Like, what? She said,
I'm going to go back to Europe and fuck this broad I know. That's what I think.
You don't think he's concerned that like he may never play in the league again or whatever?
No, I think he's concerned about money.
The league doesn't mess around with that.
I think he's concerned about money.
Of course. But
you think he's like, oh, my poor San Jose teammates, I'm going to ruin. No, he doesn't give a fuck. You kidding? He's worried himself doing shit like that. Your poor broad's fucking pregnant and trying to like get out of here.
You don't get paid if you don't play. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I do know how it goes, Andy. I do. But sometimes you're so caught up in being the man. Like, I'm the man. Look at me. I'm the man. Your poor wife, like, I fucked up.
How about,
bad, dude, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I got you. All right. How about Ryan?
Do you got me? Do you?
Well, that's my
What do you know?
transition. Ryan Reeves going to New York. What do you think of that?
I like it. Damn right. I like Reaver, man. Reaver's loud and he does his shit, but he's a good dude. Like, he really is a good guy. That's why I hated Vander
teammates
chirping.
like him.
I know. Like, I loved Reaver. I had him at my house. He spent the night. I showed him my hockey fight tapes all night long. He got sent down the next day. It's all good. But like it's a difference. Like when Evander Kane was chirping Reaver, remember I put that clip out and I'm like, fuck you. Like Reaver owns that town. They love him. He talks to people. He has a lovely family. His wife's awesome. His kids are great. Now I don't know exactly, so he's good. But as of right now, what I'm looking at, if I look at everything and I just lay it all out and I see Evander Kane, I see Reaver, and this is what we do every day. We evaluate people all day long. People evaluate us all day long. So it's like, this is what we do. And I'm looking at Reaver, I'm like, this guy's got it going on. They love him. Some hockey fans might hate him because he elbows guys, but he's a good dude. He's not doing crazy fuck shit, gambling, that, and the other.
It's like Tom Wilson, too, man.
That's another thing. Tom Wilson's he's a really good guy.
Tom Wilson and Ryan Reeves. I know everyone's going on
They hate him, but
yeah, hold on. Everyone's going on about their potential rivalry now that's going to get heightened and escalated, which it will. You you got Washington or New York, obviously. They're going to see each other a lot more than they would when he's in Vegas.
Yep.
But I guarantee you, if those two guys got together away from the
buddies.
ring, they'd be buddies, man.
100%. Where Evander Kane's like, no, I'm Floyd Mayweather. No, you're not. You're a dipshit. You're a fucking broke ass.
You see that dude
dipshit.
from the UFC, last name Strickland? He won, by the way.
He kicked ass.
I know.
Boy, I'm like, oh, he ain't related to you.
No, he is.
No, he's
now
not.
he is.
No, he's not.
And-
He's a bad
So I'm
boy.
following his career. He and I are actually.
How about that chick that
correspondent?
See what I mean by you see that hot ass chick? Her name's a warrior princess.
No, I didn't see that.
Fucking watch
Princess
her
of Warrior.
Watch some of these girls that go up there and get their way in, and they're look at them like, this chick's fucking fine, and she'll.
It's like Zelda. It's like
or what's the one thing? Not Zelda. No, that's a video game.
Princess. Yeah, I know.
No, it's
That's what she is,
Xena.
Xena
90s.
Princess of Warrior.
That's what it is. She's Xena. Hot body. You look at her body, you're like, oh my God. And she fucking throws down the pipe. Like that's why I think MMA, when chicks fight in the MMA, like that athleticism.
Yeah, I'm not into it.
We don't, Andy, you baby. Like, no one cares. But the
this
women,
this
no one
Strickland
cares.
guy, though, man.
Yeah. But we know the women that go in UFC and they go toe to toe and they're good looking. Like, you're like, fuck, you are the baddest. And then you see some other women's sports, you're like, yeah, that's cool. And then the other one's cool. But this is shit kicking. And this girl's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Andy. And she'd look at you like,
How'd she do?
She'd be like, little boy, I ain't touching you, little boy.
How'd she do?
She fucking shit kicked. What do you think?
Did she?
Fuck yeah. The warrior princess shit
So did
kicked.
my boy Strickland. His background, though, like he got kicked out of schools and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's usually has some.
He had a tough
I know.
upbringing.
They're from like Stockton, California.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
fucking
No, they're
hardcore
from
Louisiana.
South Carolina or something.
Hardcore Louis. Yeah, something.
You know, I was born in South Carolina.
Well, that's cool,
so
Andy.
I was wondering.
That's cool.
Like, we may be like long lost.
Yeah, that's cool. Andy, you're related to all these shit kickers, I'm sure.
I just had a.
You were the time where they were tripping acid down to Lake of the Ozarks and they had you.
Ozarks. I've never been down to the Ozarks.
I know,
that.
Andy.
You know that.
I know. Well, I think you're created there on acid. So you don't have any athletic ability.
Well, that's not true. You've seen it firsthand. Although the guy who recruited me to play on his fantasy team, he just suffered like a major leg injury. The team is still coming. We're still playing. But like honestly, our GM, the guy from Pennsylvania, John Jericho,
great guy,
hurt. He can't make it in, so I want to send him, best
Johnny,
wishes.
Damn it!
He listens to every episode.
I know he does.
And get well soon, man. We're going to miss you, but we're probably still going to win.
Probably not. If you're on if they're drafting,
we may bring you on. We may bring you on.
Yeah.
We may bring you on. Sure. Okay.
I saw all the guys today at lunch too, man. It's so funny. We go to these little restaurants.
It's right by my house, man. You should have come over.
Why would I go to your house when I'm at the shack?
I would have fed you.
I don't want your bullshit fucking 3-day-old bullshit food. Feed your fucking children that goddamn stuff. You cook all this meat and you don't feed your children. And it's like, I'm going to give Cam this the next day to show him I could. No, I don't want it. I cook my own shit. Feed that to your fucking children. Stop showing people that you eat meat and you just don't.
Cam, we have a lot more left at home. And so
I bet you do because you don't eat it.
I had some leftover. Well, I was trying to be nice.
You had soup
trying
that
to
night.
be nice and bring it to you.
I don't want it.
We just had my wedding anniversary, my 12th wedding anniversary.
Was so funny. Oh my God, that was the cutest thing in the world. You looked really cute. Your wife looked fucking sexy. She looked tight as fuck. And then you go out there and Andy's like, "Hi, I'm Andy. I'm gonna do a dance." And I'm like, "Oh my, what the fuck am I want?" Andy's got a watch on that he probably got for free from somebody.
Diamond watch.
You have a fucking. You don't wear a watch with a. You don't do
diamond.
that.
No, here's what you do.
Take your fucking bullshit
here's
off.
the deal. So
Donkey.
I had a deal back then with Reactor Watch. So I had a bunch of athletes like hooked up wearing this watch. Pujols,
Andy,
La Russa.
It doesn't matter.
And a bunch of blues players.
It doesn't matter.
And so the guy who out of like California who owned the company was like,
your wife looked good
for
dude.
the wedding, dude. He's like sent me like a diamond watch. It was kind of like a joke.
I don't
and I wore
give a
the
fuck
diamond watch.
You look dumb.
I had ice on it.
You look dumb. Your
ice on my
stupid.
wrist, dude. Did you see
Your
that?
Your wife looked fucking sexy.
You knew there was ice on my wrist, though. You saw that.
You looked dumb. You had an awesome outfit on, and you looked kind of cool. You had your glasses on, which I'm like,
they were terrible glasses back then.
Take your stupid glasses
but I can't
off.
see distance.
Just walk. Fucking take a step at a time.
This is 2009.
You're putting glasses on. You're like, hi, and I got my watch, and like your wife looks so goddamn good looking, dude. I'm like, whoa. And I said, oh my God. That's all I said, oh my God. Because she looked hot. You look stupid. You had a stupid ass watch on, but she looked hot. So I just put, oh my God.
Very expensive.
I didn't chirp
watch.
you.
Very expensive.
I don't
watch.
give a damn.
Like
I don't give a damn.
I couldn't even wear that watch on the arm right now with my injured elbow.
I looked
It'd be way too heavy.
Yeah. I looked at everybody in the stands, and there's a ton of people there.
Yes.
And she looked fantastic.
She did. She looked amazing.
Tight as shit. And then you roll in like, I'm like, who is this little guy? Is that her little brother? Like, what the fuck is this?
The ring bearer?
Who's this kid? Who is this little kid with his watch on? He's showing everybody his watch. Like, I know what time it is. Who gives a fuck what time it is? You're getting fucking married, you dummy. God, she looked good though, dude. Like, so I'm like, oh my God. That oh my God was to her. Mm-hmm. But then you could take the oh my God and be like, oh my God, you're a jackass.
Yeah.
So, does that make sense?
Did I look young back then or what?
You look the exact same.
I look the exact same.
I mean, the exact same.
I'm going to try to get that watch back.
So
He needed to have it back.
Oh, you are.
I had to give the watch back. He didn't give it to me.
You don't wear a watch in a tuxedo and shit. Like you don't.
Well, if it has diamonds all over it, you do.
No, you don't.
I mean, I had ice in my wrist.
No. You don't.
It looked kind of cool.
The people at your wedding probably made a ton of money. At the time, like they're probably looking at you like, stop showing off that free watch you have and just be normal.
People were laughing that because it was like a joke.
You
it
danced.
was a joke.
The dance you had, you're like, like oh, fucking.
Dude,
oh my God!
The video stopped, but
Kate was laughing.
I walked all the way to the front.
My wife was laughing at you so hard.
Like a bow. It was like I just walked in from all the way from the stage to the front, standing ovation. Like
she looked fucking hot.
Like, I know what it feels like to score a goal in front of 18,000 people.
You don't know shit.
No. I mean, I had the same adrenaline.
That's like you turn the puck over in the neutral zone in front of 18,000. Mm-hmm. And then you go back and you toe pick. And then you get the puck to get it out again, and you just give it right to Stevie Y. Eiserman. He goes,
you know how, like, when, like, a politician wins the election, and then they announce them, they come out for the first time,
that's
and everyone's
You're a politician.
Okay, so that's what it felt like. Everyone just screaming.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a moment, you know?
Yeah.
I put a couple other pictures on my Instagram story. If people want to follow me, you're more than welcome to follow.
Well, if you want to be entertained, you can follow me.
And I can do a cameo. We can do whatever you want.
I did a 6.5 minute cameo. Listen, all y'all.
Okay, we're talking about my cameo, and it goes into your cameo.
Mine, I do 6.5 fucking minutes.
6.5 minutes.
I did 6.
That is a waste of storage, dude. That's a waste of storage.
No, they put it on like a big thing for the family.
Who wants 6.5 minutes?
This girl wanted me to.
What's the topic?
He's going to a bachelor party, and she's worried that he's going to be a fucking jackass. Oh. So I go
6.5 minutes. It took you to get that out.
Here's the deal.
I could have done it in 2 minutes.
I go, here's the date, and so I went on and on, and I go, don't you fuck up. I saw a picture of her. I'm like, oh my God. I go, don't you fuck this up. I go, listen to me. Don't you ever? I don't go to bachelor parties. I don't do it. I don't hang out with 20 swinging motherfucking dicks. I don't do that. I don't want to hang out with some drunk ass fuck that we have to carry around. Like, I don't do it. I'm the dipshit. And then my buddies take care of me. I don't go to other people and it's like all about them and he's wasted. I don't do that. I don't go to goddamn bachelor parties. Don't be fucking stupid about bachelor parties.
You don't go to them at all?
If you invited me to a bachelor party, I go fuck yourself.
You wouldn't go?
Fuck no. You and 20-year nerdy swinging dick buddies.
I think it's right down
your
alley. I think it's right down your alley.
No, my alley is completely different than that.
No, like,
my alley's my own shit. So, when we go, it's about me. It ain't about you and you getting wasted and I got to take care of you. I don't do that. No, I'm selfish. I'll admit it right now. I don't do that shit. Don't ever invite me to a bachelor party. I don't go.
Well, I'm thinking about maybe, like, I know of a few that are coming up.
I don't hang out with swinging dicks.
I was going to bring you one or two.
Well, I'm
you can
not
always
going.
Like bring a friend if you want.
Not doing
it's
it.
Like, anybody can come to a bachelor party.
Yeah, how cool is that? Look, bring more guys. Let's have 40 dudes at a bar getting drunk. I'll leave.
Would you?
I just won't go.
No.
I don't go. I don't even go to weddings, to be honest with you. I kind of screwed a couple people over on weddings.
You don't go to weddings?
No, I don't. I know. Just don't invite me. How about just don't?
Why? What's wrong with you?
I don't want to
go. Can I say this about you? Don't go anywhere. Actually, like in terms of, you went to that Pink Floyd cover band.
Oh, I'll go to
that was fine.
Concerts.
That was fine. But like, there have been some things that you've been invited to that you have not showed up to. Man, you just don't
care.
You don't like to socialize amongst big groups of people.
No, I'm the most social butterfly in the league, dude. But I do it on my own time. I do it naturally when I go to the gas station. I gotta go to
gas station.
And I go to fucking Schnucks and get food. I got to socialize with everybody there. Like, so if you're going to invite me to go socialize at an event, I don't want to go. I like to stay at home and do my own shit. Oh, sorry. Your elbow okay, pussy boy?
I just moved
your little fuck boy.
I moved it a little too quickly.
I can imagine Andy going to the Whole Foods store where all the fucking richy people go, and he's like, I can't get this watermelon. Could somebody get this watermelon? I fell on my elbow, and I'm an athlete, and you got some old lady pick a fucking thing. Stop doing that. Because they see the Cam and Strick shirt on, and they see that stupid elbow problem, and they tie two and two together, and they think we're a big pussy-ass podcast.
Yeah, it's a little
and you look dumb. And it's not even that big of a deal. You got bit by a fucking non-poisonous
We don't know what
spider.
happened. We don't know what happened.
You got bit by a non-poisonous spider, and you think that you're fucking dying.
Blood poison is a possibility, too. So, I mean, you want to avoid that.
Oh, really?
Blood poison. That's
one of those Komodo dragons?
That's why I'm on
Did
heavy...
a Komodo dragon bite you?
That's why I'm on heavy dose.
Is that what it is? A Komodo dragon?
Heavy dosage.
Are you in Brazil? Is that what happened?
Heavy dosage.
A Komodo dragon.
Heavy dosage.
You don't even have spiders in the wealthy part of fucking Ladue. You don't even have insects up there.
Apparently we have something.
You have fucking one tree, and you have highway systems. You worry about people robbing your fucking house and creeps creeping out daughters. That's what you need to worry about. I got animals out by me.
How did you, before we get to Beau Bennett, did you enjoy free agency day? Anything really stand out for you? Like,
I'm not a tweeter.
A tweeter?
A tweeter.
Yeah.
I mean, like, free. This guy's getting signed here because I read it from another guy. And this guy gets signed here and I read it from another guy. I don't do that. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, oh, he got signed. Cool. Cool, dude. That's what I'll say on Twitter.
Yeah.
Cool, dude. Oh, he's cool. Yeah, cool signing. But I'm not that cat that's like, oh, this happened and that happened. Mm-hmm. That's you. That's what you do. How are your thumbs? They good?
Well, they feel good. My elbow
don't care about
is
that.
a little different, but
don't care about that.
Thumbs are fine, man. Thumbs are good. I shut it down now, man. I just like,
you need to chill on it because you did a good job.
Just chill.
And I'll give you another compliment. You did a good job on all that. You did better than anybody else, and no one hires you to do it, and you just know that from organic relationships. And I don't think anybody else that's in the top tier of you when it comes to breaking stories is in your predicament, meaning no one owns you. You do it on your own just by organic relationships where everybody else is like, your team needs you to say this, to do that, and you have to do that. You just do it on your own, and you're in a top tier. So I'm going to give you a compliment on that, man. But fuck your stupid elbow.
We're working on it.
Fuck that thing. No one cares about it.
Okay, so Beau Bennett's on this edition.
Great kid.
Of the Chemistry Podcast. Kid. I told you, man.
Great kid. Love him.
You know,
I want to hang out with his wife, who was right there, too.
Girlfriend, I think. He's not married.
Oh, really?
But he was at an amusement park. You know, I was told that he likes to go to these amusement parks and everything. It was on my list.
It's kind of nerdy. We chirped him.
No, it was part of my notes. And all of a sudden, sure enough, he's there. And he has his girlfriend just chill with him for like 45 minutes to an hour.
What's she doing?
I know. She sounds very, very nice.
Oh, I love her already because poor Beau's is like, well, I'm into log flume. I'm like, what the fuck? You have kids? He's like, no. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, but he just lives life. Yeah, I think he's the first kid from California to make it. Certainly the first one to get drafted in the first round. He's in an amusement park
with his wife, and his wife's sitting there for
he's got
an
that,
hour and a half.
No, but he's got that California carefree, just young vibe. You just don't lose that. I hope he never loses it.
His wife's
have fun in life.
His wife's probably like, the log flume's going by. Like, we can get on this thing and have a good time. But no, you're talking to Cam and
probably
Strick.
like won her like an oversized stuffed animal or something.
He's like, well, I'm going to sit here for an hour and a half. Here's a teddy bear that I won at that little gaming. What the fuck's he doing?
Cotton candy.
Like, what's he doing?
He's cool, man.
I like him.
And all the big dogs love him. Crosby and all those guys from Pittsburgh. That's cool.
That means a lot, to be honest with you.
It does. Yeah. It does. There's something to be said for that.
100,000%. And you know the bad guys where guys be like, yeah, he's good. Mm-hmm. If you talk to about a hockey guy, I've said this a million times, and they're like, how's Cam? Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's good. He's good. That means I'm a fucking asshole.
Really?
But if they're like, how's Cam? Like,
oh, he's a beauty.
He's a fucking, a little crazy, but he's a fucking, that's what you know. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference. And so like, how's Andy? Like, he's got elbow problems.
Hey, but I get that about Beau Bennett.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
When he announced his retirement, and now he's just kind of like, way more carefree on social media and stuff.
He made good money.
People were like messaging me and being like, dude, you got to like get this guy.
What's he doing? He's living in Cali, dude.
He's chilling. He's got like an app. I think that he helps. It's kind of like Cameo. No, it's kind of like Cameo for athletes. So, like, if you have a young son or daughter that's playing hockey.
Oh, that's right.
And
Andy, I forgot. Yep.
You want to, like, get hooked up with, like not camp, somebody that's going to truly be a life coach for you and help you at every step.
You say
of
not
the
like
way.
me? What do you mean? I'm
well,
good at
I mean,
that.
like somebody that maybe like has a little bit more to give, more to offer from a hockey
What the fuck does that mean,
I don't know,
Andy?
like a hockey standpoint. so like maybe it's another former retired player.
Yeah.
And now, and the kid is like, hey, I haven't scored in 5 games. You need like a little pump up from your coach. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't he get a hold of me on
And
this?
maybe you are doing well. And the kid, like, you just kind of keep in touch with that person. They're constantly sending you videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Throughout the course of your,
I get it.
amateur career.
I get you.
It's kind of cool. It's like Cameo. I may be getting involved with that as well. Maybe getting involved.
How much money you made in Cameo so far?
You
take it out yet?
Oh my!
You taking money out?
I let it grow. I'm going to give it to my kids.
Okay.
Just let it grow.
Isn't it nice to let it grow though? And all of a sudden you take it out and you're like, yeah, what's up? They take it like 30%. Like, let's do it.
Well, they don't take 30% of what's in there, do they?
They do.
I thought they'd already take that out.
Well, you don't know because you haven't had one yet.
Listen, hit me up on Cameo. I can do it while I'm grilling or do whatever. Anything you want me to do.
That's what they want. They want you to grill. They want you to grill that meat that you ain't eating.
Okay. So let's get to it, though. As always, brought to you by CarShield. And carshield.com, 800-857-2481, Cam. Mention the promo code, Cam. And you'll save 10%. It's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
I embarrass myself all the time.
And I would recommend everybody to do it. I would recommend everybody sign up and get a CarShield subscription. You can do it long, you can do it short, customize it the way that you want it.
You got to customize it though, because I had some people text me too, and they're considered a couple things, and you have to customize.
No, you want a short term, you do a short term. You want a long term, you can do it long term as well. Doesn't cost much money, but it's going to save you a ton of money.
Yeah,
because you never know when something's going to go down. Then you just have CarShield, and all of a sudden, like, you don't stress. Like, there's no stress about it. You know what I'm saying?
Remember how stressed out I was when everybody's looking at me?
Yeah, but then you forget that you even had CarShield.
Like, bye, everyone.
Yeah, and the cops were, that's a different spot. Yes.
You're like,
you had to call your dad.
Cam's broke. And I call my fucking dad.
I like your mom, by the way. Amy, I saw her in the picture yesterday. She had the peace sign going, whatever.
She's a badass
I like the
fucking
shirt
bitch.
she was wearing. She had a...
shit kicking Nottingham. There's something like, the boogeyman looks under his bed for me or something. That's what the fuck she wears, okay? She wears all my shit. She's seen all my shit. She's seen everything I've ever done. She's seen me fight. She's seen me...
Who, Amy?
My mom.
Did they come over to England?
Fuck yeah.
Did they?
Hell yeah.
I was telling you yesterday in your picture,
Fuck yeah,
don't be cheap. I hope you bought them lunch or something.
Don't be cheap.
Dude. Yeah.
What does that mean?
My
wife wants me to be cheap.
Lunch.
My wife begs to the Lord, Savior, Jesus Christ.
Well, you can tell you're bringing dinner home, dude.
She's like, Lord,
I just gave you a full
just
chicken.
Can he just be cheap for one fuck
You know what they
day?
call that chicken, by the way, that I gave you? It's a spatch.
Cheap?
It's a spatch chicken. It has everything connected to it, except the neck.
Yeah,
bone.
I want all the arteries and stuff.
Yeah. Well, maybe you just cut it off or whatever.
Lord.
You know how to do it.
I got my grass cut the other day. I'll save the
So your
trimmings.
engine goes out, your computer goes out, your starter goes out, your alternator goes out, whatever goes out. You know what you do? You just have no fear, man. CarShield's there, and they'll take care of you. You can take it to any mechanic you want, and they'll also hook you up with the rental car. It's too good to be true. Sounds like it, but it is true with CarShield and carshield.com.
Easy peasy.
800-857-2481. Bellman.com. Dan Bellman, baby. He's hanging in the lake right now just chilling. You see that message he sent?
Where's he at?
I think he's up in like Minnesota or something like that. Maybe Wisconsin.
Fucking go to Mark Twain's.
He's
like
on
40 minutes
no,
out.
it's cooler where he is.
Yeah, it's 10 hours away.
I actually think he's in Texas.
Okay, so you went from Minnesota to Texas. That's kind of a big deal.
Well,
homie.
I'm thinking the lakes.
Hey,
Land O'Lakes,
Danny boy,
Texas. He's in Texas, man, right
he
on
got
the
a boat?
water. Probably we'll have to
he's
talk to him
probably
about
got
it when he
a
gets
shit-kicking
back.
boat, dude.
Probably
He knows
has
how to
a
be cool. Dan knows how to be
probably has
cool.
Bellman on the side of it,
Dude. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Dan knows how to be cool as shit. He knows how to take care of people. And your wife can go in there and not be swarmed by swinging dicks. I mean, that's the bottom line. They're awesome. Bellman, check them out in Troy, Missouri.
Yeah, BEHLMANN.com. Lots of new inventory, a ton of used inventory as well, and they'll buy your used car from you as well.
You're the one asshole that's never been out to my house. I've had parties. You
haven't had parties.
I've had people over.
That's
I do
not a
cool
party.
shit, but you're not invited to cool shit.
I'm going to come out there.
Brody's been out there 3 times. Our engineer's been out there 3 times.
Has it been 3 times?
He's been 3 times on my house.
You know I'm busy on the weekends, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to... Well, you know...
Them radio shows.
Got the kids and everything.
Yeah.
No radio on the weekends.
No.
But during the week, you know, but like here, you know, it's going to...
Look, the bottom line is, Andy and I both busted our ass for our shit, man. We don't have... Our mommy and daddies don't have money. No one helped us with anything. I got addicted to shit, and we came out of it. Let me look at your bathroom's nice. Let me see that view. Are you looking at a bunch of dudes when you open that fucking thing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's your bathroom looks really motherfucking good. I'm not going to lie to you.
All right, so Bellman.com.
Yeah.
And they got
Jesus,
the
poor
Cadillac,
Bellman.
the Buick, the GMC, and the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Cam all across the street from one another. They got everything you need, trucks, convertibles.
I don't want the dually anymore.
No,
I want that fat-ass fucking...
Yeah.
I want that 35 hundo.
Yeah. Okay.
I want that motherfucking Desa.
Yes.
I don't need a dually on the back of that, but I got some toys coming, and I want to haul that motherfucker around.
Nobody needs.
That's what the fuck I want.
Nobody needs a dually, and we have never found anybody.
People
that needs
do
one.
need dualies. Not in your nerdy.
What you need is some Daredevil hockey too. Hockey season around the corner. Protect the kids. Again, get that Kevlar base layer, cut resistant base layer. It's going to protect you from skate lacerations and save you from having a trip to the emergency room.
Don't fuck with
Nobody
that,
wants that.
Don't be. Speaking of cheap,
Yeah,
you're fucking cheap.
if you don't buy that.
Your fucking kids, like, it's not even expensive. Like, you don't want other kids stepping on. You have weapons on your hands and your skates. Like,
No,
you
on
just
your
don't.
feet, yeah.
On your feet, your stick's a weapon too.
Well,
You
that
can
is too, yeah.
Fucking, I get slashed and cut you right open.
Like Billy G, he slashed that one cat.
Oh my God! Remember, I asked him about that.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I go, fuck that motherfucker."
I was like, sorry, I just want to ask you.
I go, fuck his stupid ass anyway. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Hey,
yeah.
he had a great response
awesome.
about it because I was like, hey, sorry for asking you, man. He's like, it's
He's
not like
cool,
one of my
man.
prouder moments, but it did happen.
It did happen. It's on the internet. So he's cool.
I know. He's
Dude,
cool
whatever.
as hell, man. So
anyway,
anyway,
he needed that day.
So it's not expensive for Daredevil hockey. It's even cheaper when you use the promo code Cam and Strick. Also, go to our website, www.camandstrick.com. Check out all the merchandise. We have new hats, new T-shirts, hoodies. Support the cause, man. We need people to really start ordering from our boys over there at Wingman. I know our friends over there at Black River Digital are getting it done in terms of the new website design that we have. Mike Dane is doing incredible.
Daner, what up, homebody?
The Great Dane, Daehn. He's the one who put our website together. If you need help with your website, you need to transform your website, or you're not getting the business that you need from a commerce standpoint, hit up our boy Mike Dane, too. He'll be able to hook you up. All his information is there on our website, so check that out. All right, let's get to the interview. Beau Bennett, former first-round pick out of Southern California. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happened. He tells us about it next on the Cam and Strick podcast.
Hello?
Bobo!
What's up, guys? How we doing?
What up, dude? What you doing, man?
I'm actually at Knott's Berry Farm right now, so I found the only quiet place in the whole amusement park. So
Hold on. First off, we just hit record and we just roll. Now, this is all we do, Beau. Knott's Berry Farms. Like, are you in Scottsdale? Are you in Southern California? Where are you at?
I'm in Southern California right now. I'm just traveling for like the last 2 weeks and then heading back to Scottsdale on Sunday.
What's Knott's Berry Farms? Is that like
like
an
Six
amusement
Flags
park
or something?
Yeah, it's like Six Flags, kind of like Six Flags mixed with Disneyland, kind of.
So, okay, wait. So you're doing a podcast at fucking Six Flags in like what, the janitor's room or something?
I'm where all the characters get dressed to go do their shows.
Oh, you're creeping everybody out.
Are you eating a turkey leg right now?
Are you
Is
eating
that what
turkey
you're
legs?
I'm about to right after this, for sure.
So what'd you just say to your wife and kids? You're like,
He's
listen.
not married, I don't think. Are you?
No, I have a girlfriend. She's actually talking to security right now, making sure that it's all good.
Oh, she's gonna have a great time for the next hour. By the way, why'd you plan it like that though? Because you're hanging out with your girlfriend. There's no kids involved.
He just got back from Hawaii. He probably spent a lot of time with her in Hawaii.
Oh, so you already spent your money, so she could sit around for a little bit, like right? You probably spent a shit ton of money on her.
Yeah, Hawaii was a little bit pricey, but you have to reserve your spots at these places, and in California still. So we had reserved one on the Wednesday before we left for Hawaii, and it was too crowded, so they moved us to like the Thursday after we got back. So
hey, listen, Beau. Like
it's Bobo.
Bobo. Hey,
sorry,
Beau
dude.
knows.
Sorry,
Listen, I know like Bortuzzo and like Joe Vitale and those guys. They tell me Like you like to go to amusement parks by yourself. Like you'll go to Disneyland by yourself, will you not? Like this is kind of your thing, isn't it?
No, I was more by myself. I'll go to zoos and whatnot, just kind of like walk around and enjoy the scenery. But amusement parks I haven't done alone. That's some psychotic
creepy
vibes.
No, Bobo, that's fucking creepy. Do you go to movie theaters by yourself? Do you tell them? Do you do that?
No, the only time I would do that was when I was getting healthy scratched or like if I was injured on the road.
That. I know.
I would go grab a movie right before because I didn't want to show up to the game until like basically after puck drop.
Yeah, the last possible time you could show up. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go sit out at a game.
Is that how it works? Like when you're a healthy scratch, like when do you have to be there?
Depends.
I mean, yeah, it depends. At home, you kind of like remain out of sight till the end. So I've seen guys show up super late. Some guys not even come until third. But I mean, I always tried to go in the jacuzzi. Like I treated it more like a spa day for myself. So I just would watch the game from the training room, basically where I resided for most of my career, anyways.
Dude, when I played the Devils,
spa day.
No, it is. So when you're sitting out at the beginning, when I was young, we wouldn't even have to go, and I'd act like I went to the game, but I really didn't. I'd hang out with my buddies. But then after a while, they're like, no, Cam, you're going to do a workout, and then we're going to ride the bike when they're going between periods, and they fucking bag you every time. So you got lucky there, Bobo, because I got fucking bagged between periods, man, when I sat games out.
Yeah, I think I got kind of in that little change of scenery where I was kind of coming in at the time where still guys paid their dues and there was that older veteran presence everywhere. And then by the time I got to a point where I would have been on the older side, then the whole league went super young. So it's kind of, I lucked out in some regards, and in others I got screwed a little bit. But
so listen, like you kind of have a crazy story. I mean, you're like a California
He's
dude.
He's a handsome motherfucker.
Okay, listen, but California, like the first player ever from California to get drafted in the first round and to play in the NHL, right? I mean, you're like you broke the barrier.
Roller hockey.
Yeah, we had a couple of guys go before me, like John Blum, and a couple guys paved the way. But I think because we're so lucky, we were so fortunate growing up to like live in an awesome area. No one was really in a rush to get to like boarding school or a prep school or whatever it is. And I think we had good, solid teams up until like 16, 17. So kind of a credit to all the guys that I played with and against growing up for sticking it out as long as they did. So I never left until I was 17. And by that time, I had no clue what I was doing. I just wanted to get a college scholarship, and then ended up having a good year in the BCHL, and it ended up things kind of really escalated from there.
Yeah, Aaron Voros played
first round pick.
Your mommy and dad. Are you a fancy lad? You grow up in Southern California. Your mommy and daddy have money. Because anytime, like, we're from the Midwest, you got these fucking good old boys up in Canada and Saskatchewan. So they think of you, and you're like, I'm from fucking L.A. Like, are you a rich boy? Like, what? Like, explain yourself.
I grew up in Gardena, California, on Crenshaw Boulevard. Crenshaw Boulevard is basically a ton of rap songs. So I grew up in the city that borders Compton, and it was perfect because I was a little inland from the beach cities. It kept me a little more grounded. Definitely, like I didn't go to. I drove every day to Cerritos to go to high school, instead of going to the Manhattan Beach High School where all my buddies were going. But it was good for me because I had such a sole focus on hockey. It kind of kept me away from the distractions of the beaches and the partying and whatnot as I was growing up. Yeah, but as I was growing up, and then I like to party now though.
Hey, listen, Crenshaw, man, you're right. It isn't all like the West Coast like gangster rap songs.
You fucking know.
Well, I do know. That's where all the swap meets are, right there on Crenshaw, right?
I live right across from one.
Hell yeah, dude. See,
were you slanging back in the day? Like, were you involved?
Were you wearing a Raiders jacket and slanging?
Like, were you slanging with that Pittsburgh Penguins jersey on, like Snoop Dogg?
Like Eazy-E, dude.
Hey, I had to
AIDS
somehow.
Eazy-E died AIDS.
Hey, how was that reaction? Like when Eazy-E died, was that like a big deal where you grew up? Like where people were like, oh my God, he died of AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was way too young for that to even like register on my radar, but like Nipsey Hussle dying, it's still like in my neighborhood area, it's still pretty prominent because he died on Crenshaw.
Cam doesn't even know who he is. I don't think.
I have no idea, but there's
Nipsey Hussle. Dude, he was big. He died at like was it a record store or like something like that?
Yeah,
right?
And he was doing a lot to like help that city and
the community.
He was like the one guy who was like really coming back and making sure everything was good, because that area became super like overcrowded because of everyone pushing away. It was too expensive by the beach, and it just kind of right after the 405 freeway, it's just this pocket where I live along with a ton of other people, but you have to go east of the 405 if you want to get anything affordable to live.
Okay, so you got like serious like West Coast street cred. Yeah. You're from Crenshaw. Yeah. I mean, this is our type of interview right here.
Red or blue.
Okay, so what was it like going into like an NHL locker room? Because like you come from, it's like you're from outer space compared to most hockey players, and you know that, right? They're not coming from Crenshaw.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, I had such a good like upbringing with like my parents were awesome. They were strict but fair. So like once I got into NHL locker room, I was very like, all right, don't talk until someone talks to you. Kind of earn your stripes that way. Be courteous, be a rookie, be a good rookie, and then build your reputation that way. And it was really easy. It was second nature just because of how my parents raised me. And I think nowadays, you guys probably know, like the younger guys come in and are super entitled and whatnot, but there still needs to be that veteran, like, all right, we've been here, done that. You guys go pick up pucks, go do everything for us.
Yeah, go pick up pucks, but then I'll find that good old weed for you, because I know my homeboys I went to school with.
Yeah,
did you go to public school? Did you go to was it a public school?
No, I went to private school.
All boys?
It was
thank God.
co-ed.
Oh,
yeah, it was co-ed, but it was uniforms and whatnot, and it was a Christian private school, but they were allowing me to miss, I think one year I missed like 65 days. So public schools, they'll expel you before you get to 65 days. So
how was that Christian school though? Were you like, oh God, here we go? Were they strict on you? Did you?
They were. I mean, they weren't strict at all. Like it was actually super lax because the teachers had kind of relationships with like all the kids. Like they knew we were doing still like the same dumb stuff that normal high school kids do. It was just kind of monitored a little bit on, like, you couldn't leave the campus unless you went through one door. So that part was monitored, but like we'd get half days all the time. Like it was super like lax in that regard.
Hey, listen, I remember you playing for the Junior Kings back in the day. I want to say
how the fuck does that happen? How do you remember that?
Because he was a good player, dude, like really good player. You just knew. And then I want to say you had a brother who played for the Junior Kings too. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, my older brother played on the team too.
Yeah, see, I knew that. So, like, for your parents, though, like, they're like, okay, you're going to go, like, live in British Columbia, play hockey. They probably had no idea what was going on. So you go to the BCHL, and you did tear it up. You had, like, 120 points.
Ooh.
And then now you're getting a full ride to college. Like, when did they start, like, recognizing that you had, like, legit hockey potential and the ability to make a living playing the game?
Well, honestly, I had actually went to Omaha Lancers as a 16-year-old and tried out, and I had made the team that year, and my brother didn't make it. So my parents weren't going to let me go. They were just going to try to keep us under the roof for as long as possible under their watch and whatnot. They're awesome. They're not that strict, but they didn't want me to go without my brother. So that got pushed aside. Then the next year I get drafted by Tri-City. BCHL, Fred Harbinson comes into the mix, and then I get protected by Calgary in the WHL. And I wanted to go major junior. My parents said no to that because they wanted me to go to college, which looking back, I'm so happy I did because it was a fucking blast. And then I went to Tri-City. Obviously I didn't want to go move to Nebraska at the time. So I actually was leaving the beach. I went out surfing at like 7 in the morning one day.
Christ.
And so I told my dad, like, hey, like, this is my decision. I'm going to go where I want. He thought I was leaning towards Tri-City. I was even going to maybe go to the WHL. He's like, screw it, just decide. And I just got out of the water and I called Fred Harbinson because he was the one who was really there like the whole way along before I kind of started growing and my talent started coming a little bit. And I just said, Fred, all right, I'll come to Penticton. And I didn't do really nothing. I had gone to see the city, but I had no friends going to the team. I didn't know what to expect, and ended up being one of the coolest years of my life.
Yeah, dude. Who cares if you don't know anybody? Walk in that locker room, everybody's fucking cool as shit. You're like, what are we doing? Like, let's go hang out.
Flip flops on.
Like, what's up?
Probably had had a longboard in his hand too.
Exactly. Let me ask you about it. So define, and we have a bunch of cats that listen here. We got people everywhere around the world, but not many in California. Not many on a beach where you could surf on a daily basis. Explain to people how cool it is to wake the fuck up, go on that motherfucking beach, get that tan going. You got beautiful teeth. You got great hair. I looked your picture up today. Don't get me wrong. I know what you look like. And you're fucking cut up, and you're just surfing all fucking day. You got cute girls cruising around. Like, God damn. Like, were you ever like, I don't want to do, why am I playing hockey? I'm going to be a fucking surfer.
Honestly, it was the fucking best. Like, just waking up, and the quality of life is through the roof. Sun, it's never raining. It's always 75 and sunny.
Oh.
So in that regard, it's awesome. Obviously, you have to find you pick your poison a little bit, because it's kind of watered down with some of the wrong people in this world who are super full of themselves. Yeah, so it's finding the pockets of people who still like to go out, have fun. They can put down their phones. They can talk. Luckily, hockey brought that for me. So all my best friends from California are the guys I played youth hockey with. So it was nice. Go straight from the beach to go play roller games, back to the beach, play an ice game at night, and it was just rinse repeat basically from there.
All right,
women everywhere.
I know. So, but Beau, like, honestly, like, how much money do you have to make, like, to be able to live comfortably, like to live like a nice lifestyle? You don't have to worry about anything.
Show off
and truly live it up. Have some toys, whatever. Yeah. Have a nice place close to the beach, if not right on the beach. Like, how much money do you truly need to be bringing home to afford that in Southern California?
Yep. Honestly, if you're single, you probably have to make like NHL league men. If you want to live your life how you think it should be lived, buy a house. If you decide to buy property, it's a whole different animal, because you're just buying the dirt, basically. The house is worth nothing. And yeah, like you have to be like making like at least $500,000 a year as a single guy. Now that you have a family and you're living in Manhattan Beach, I mean, if you don't know, like, say if you're a doctor, you know you're going to make $300 a year for 40 years. Yeah, you're a little bit set, but as a hockey player, I mean, you need, some of those guys are playing for free if you're playing for the Kings or playing for the Rangers or whatnot.
Yeah, dude. If you try to keep up with the lifestyle with everybody else.
I've heard
now
that.
Now you got to be fucking cheap, and you're like, I don't want to.
Because a lot of them live like in Huntington Beach, right? Isn't that where a lot of guys are living? Newport, whatever?
Yeah, a lot of guys live in Manhattan and Hermosa. So, and that's where the El Segundo rink where they practice is. Mm-hmm. So they commute to downtown like 41 times a year. But like a lot of guys, they have such a good group for the summer. A lot of guys don't even like go home for very long. It's like they have NHL skates all year round.
Yeah.
Go to the beach after. It's hard to have a bad day in Hermosa, Manhattan.
All right, but listen.
Did I mention hot women everywhere?
Yeah, you did. You mentioned that a couple times.
I'm just saying.
The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by CarShield. You know, nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and you know right off the bat you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now back to the interview. Listen, like, you're the first round pick ever out of California. Like, did the Kings or the Ducks, did they never try to like sign you just to like have you come back and play home? Did you ever explore that? Because it sounds like you would have loved to have been able to do that.
No, honestly, I love not being at home for my career, because I mean, I know like a guy like Trevor Moore, he was a born and raised California kid, and now he plays for the Kings. And I think there's just it opens up a lot of, all right, now you have 15 people asking for tickets every game. I know a lot of guys had to deal with that when they go back and play for their hometown Canadian teams. And it's just kind of like, I was glad I didn't have to deal with that. You know, my parents came out once or twice a year. I always played on the East Coast and then St. Louis. And then last year they came a couple more times when I was in Tucson. But it was nice not to deal with the extracurricular stuff like leading up to games and whatnot.
See, I think you're wrong on that, homeboy. Fuck the tickets. You have the
No,
team.
no,
No, I'm just saying. Like, you bring everybody. You're at home. You take everybody out. Like, I think you would have enjoyed that more than you think, dude. I'm not gonna lie. To you.
I honestly, whenever we played here, like I had a fucking time. Like we would have like 30 to 40 people. Usually we'd stay for a week because we were coming for the East Coast, so it was like the West Swing.
Yeah.
So it was like for me for that amount of time. I wish we would get 2 of them a year, which would be like the perfect amount. But now that I had a place, like a chance to like choose a place to live, I chose Scottsdale just because my brothers are out there working. So my parents are looking to move in our direction pretty soon here.
Hey, but didn't you have a house like in California, like where all your buddies lived? Like you let all your buddies come live at your house. Like what's the story there?
How do you know that?
Oh my God.
Andy's so weird with that shit. I don't know how he knows it.
Hey, we just do the research. I do the research.
Okay. Yeah. So every year I come home and my best friends, like my buddy Shane, my buddy Brett, my buddy Gudge, my buddy Yorgi, we would just rent like a bachelor pad. Sometimes Hermosa. We did one on the Strand in Manhattan. We ruined a family neighborhood in Manhattan one year.
That's cool.
Based on what it was. I mean, it was a quiet neighborhood. They just weren't expecting, and that's a lot of old money in Manhattan Beach. So like they worked very long, and then some shithead kids come in and start like having some fun and being a little bit too loud. But I mean, those were the best. Those were the best days. Like just waking up. They weren't working at the time, so we were just flooring it morning till night.
Like you just wake up and you're like, you know what? I'm tan. I got a little bit of money. I'm cut up. Like I'm gonna walk around this fucking beach and like talk to girls, talk to people, meet wealthy people. Like it's like the easiest thing ever to like introduce yourself to maybe somebody that might hire you someday or some girl that does. I mean, you have everything in your fucking your palm of your hands right there.
Yeah, honestly, that was the sick part too. And being born and raised there, like we had so many connections and ties. Like for instance, when I had my cup day, I brought it to like our local watering hole, it's called Shellback, and like that will forever be. That's like almost better than lifting on the ice. It was like bringing it back to like all the locals that I like am around and like see from a day-to-day basis on my come up to get to that point even.
I know, man. You're a good friend, though, because you didn't charge them rent or anything, right? You just, like, paid for it. Paid for the house?
Like Osh did.
All right. Bortuzzo must be telling you something.
Hey.
Yeah, I was splitting it out.
Oh, my God. Nice guy. Hey, they didn't put your name on the cup, man. Did that bother you when your name wasn't on the cup? And then, like, what was the injury issue that you had? Because you played the first game of the playoffs, right? And then you didn't play the rest of the way?
No, actually, they asked me to play Game 5 of the Eastern Cup Finals. I have a grade 5. TJ Oshie hit me. I was actually having a pretty good start to the year. I think I had like 12 points in like the first 20 games. Actually felt good. It was the first time I had a little bit of traction, like tying some games together where like little point streaks here and there. And then something like that happens. And I mean, that's part of the reason I retired is still from that hit. Like I probably shouldn't have been playing past that. But at the time, I think I was looking good or like feeling good on the ice. But I mean, like Kim, too, like if you can't play your normal self or at least be able to like go out there and not be timid. So I'm thinking about my shoulder instead of winning the Eastern Cup final, so like, and the physicality ramps up so much where I came back 2 times that year. I think Lucas Diza hit me once, and then Chris Neal is the other one. And so they weren't even big hits. It was just my shoulder was so mangled that it kept just pulling through any type of stuff that was hanging on. So now I want to do like a tell-all of the injuries I played with or got throughout, just because that one in particular, I think people get pretty freaked out when they see my collarbone just isn't. My arm just hangs like probably 3 inches lower than my collarbone.
Oh my God!
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, what'd you think of the Oshie hit? I saw that last night, man. I mean, it was nasty.
You know what? Like he's in our agency or was my agency O2K. Like he plays that way where it's a little bit on edge. If that hit's not by the boards, it's not even a huge deal. It's just a nice hit. Mm-hmm. It just sucked where it was. I don't hold anything against him. Like shit happens, and he plays hard, and he's good because of it. And it just sucked where I was in relation to the boards. It wasn't a bad hit.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look at it right now, to be honest with you. Osh crushes guys, man.
He does, man.
Hey, but isn't it?
He's so strong.
Yeah, that was weird because he turned. You were blindsided on that.
Mm-hmm.
That was an
I
awkward
gloved the
thing.
puck down, and I
Yep.
missed the puck trying to get it back behind the net because it was a face-off play, and I knew someone was behind the net. I was trying to clear, so I missed it once, and then on my second swipe, I had no leverage to the ice at all. So when he hits, he explodes through guys, and that was like I couldn't have put myself in a worse position. So
Oh my God, you put yourself in such a bad position.
And it was from the
Yeah.
side. He came from the side.
That
too.
was kind of clean, but you had. I know that
Borderline.
that's borderline. Hey, isn't it?
So-
Go ahead.
I had no because like it was one of those set face-offs where they like clear the puck out. So they were blowing the zone. I think it was him and Ovechkin were blowing the zone.
Never heard of him.
So when I gloved it down, I thought they were already out like by the red line. That was just horrible awareness by me. Like, and I like the old school way of playing. Like if you set yourself up for a big hit, like you should be able to kill guys. It's not always a penalty. And I didn't think that was a penalty. It didn't come from a crazy amount of space.
Yeah.
It's just that's got to be on me for knowing where guys are on the ice. And unfortunately, I didn't
like
at that
that,
point.
man.
Yeah, no, I like that answer too because we've seen Oshie crush guys.
Crush guys,
over and over, and he's not a dirty player. But like you said, man, he will
He'll
play
get you.
on that edge. I love how you were matching up against Ovechkin that game too. By the way, man.
Yeah, hey, I was on a little streak there playing with Kunitz and Sid, and we had some good games together. And as much of my career, whenever I started to get a little traction, I felt it's tough to come back from injuries, especially I'm not like the greatest of skaters. So it was this playing catch up is like, I mean, it's just tough to do when you're playing with such good players and the game is going so much faster than it used to. So that playing catch up just sucked. So I always felt like a half step behind no matter what.
Yeah, welcome to my world, dude. Hey, listen though, but isn't it up to the team? Because I remember going in 2012, I had like 50 games under my belt, which I don't think is enough. But I remember Lou, and we're talking that Eric Bolton and myself were going to get our names on the cup because the team could decide if your name will be on the cup. Is that true?
Well, no,
Was
I
that
think
fucked
I
up?
think,
Am I an
you can,
idiot?
I think you can like appeal it or push for certain guys
no,
to
the
be
team.
on it.
Yeah, but the team would do that. I don't know.
So the team does do that. And what happens is if you play one cup final game, you get your name on. And if you play
50?
41 regular season games, you get your name on. So I played 33 and then a conference final game. Kevin Porter, he played 41 regular season games, so right on the dot. And then Pascal Dupuis had some issues that year with blood clots, so he played 8. And I mean, Duper's he's a guy you got to have on there. Like he was a big part. He was doing a lot of the coaching aspect, video coaching, helping some of the young guys. So it basically those two guys bounced me off it. And like, I don't give a fuck. Like I didn't do anything to help. I was just happy that I got a day to pay homage to all the people who helped me get to that point. But it wasn't the end all be all. Like I don't want to take credit for someone else's work. Like, yeah, I was on the team, but if it was a year when I played 65, maybe 5 in playoffs, it's like, all right, you can't really leave me off. But in that particular year, I wasn't even around the team for a good portion just because of how gnarly my shoulder injury was.
Yeah, I know, but you still played 33 games and you played a playoff game, which is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And I know
You may have scored a goal. Did you score a goal in that playoff game, or was that the year before?
No, I went -2 and we lost in the belt.
then that's why.
Okay, well that's why they left. That's why they left.
No,
you
but
off.
honestly though, like the team can make that decision. So how many guys can be on the?
No.
50, I think it's 50 or 52, right? What is it?
It's 52, I believe, to keep like the bands like together, you know, so it's not too many.
Yep.
So basically, it came down to that, you know, like they voted Dupuis through, figured that was going to happen. Maybe if Portsy, but you know, like Porter's a great guy. Like he played at the amount you need. So at the end of the day, I never thought I was getting my name on the cup, so it didn't even matter. People were like, thought it was like a big issue or whatnot. I still got my bonus and I still got a ring. So,
Oh, there you go. There you go. You get the bonus, baby. Hey, I remember because like Jonathan Taves, like he went to the league and got Jamal Mayer's name on the cup.
Jammer played some games.
He didn't play in the playoffs
at all.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. And
Andy knows all this.
I don't know. I mean, if Sid's listening, maybe you could have done something for Beau, getting him on there.
How was Sid, by the way?
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Dupree's he's like a core player, man. You think about some of those great Pittsburgh teams. He deserved it. Kevin Porter played 41 games. So what were you going to say?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I mean, who knows? Maybe I keep playing and I get traded and I'm not even on the team. So if you look at it adversely in that way, like maybe I'm not even able to have a cup day. Maybe I'm not even on a cup winning team. So it's like you think, oh, I wish I would have played. Maybe if I play, we don't even win. So you never really know. Everything works out for a reason, and I enjoyed at least being a part of it with like some of my best buddies.
Yeah, dude, I get that. What'd you do for your cup party? Even though who gives a shit if your name's on the cup or not? You still had your fucking shit.
You took it to that bar. Bro. What else you guys do? I heard you had a bash.
What else you do?
So
get into detail here.
I brought it to. I worked out in the morning, which is crazy for me. But I wanted to take it to the gym that I worked out at because there was a lot of other athletes there that were working out at the time, and I wanted to take it to my trainer just to show him and whatnot. So after that, I took it to my local rink that I learned how to skate at, and they put out like a huge thing. I think we had like 500 people show up. The line was like wrapped around. So we did like I just let everyone who supports like SoCal hockey to come see it, check it out. A lot of Kings fans were there. From there, we actually had a house. Me and my buddies had a house on the beach that summer, and we took it there where all my guys I've played with, all my best friends outside of hockey, we had a huge volleyball tournament, like 300 people or so, and we just gave people the opportunity to take pictures with it and whatnot. We played a big volleyball tournament. Whoever won it got to drink out of it or got to hoist it like they won it. So after that, took it back to my parents' house. We were pretty mangled at this point, but I wanted to like be with all the parents of the people that were at the beach basically, and all my coaches. So from there, showed it off to them, got some pictures, and then headed to the bars. And then by that time, it's like, all right, take it away. Like it's been a day.
Yeah, get this away from me before my wife like hates me or whatnot.
Yeah,
or my girlfriend at the time.
Well, honestly, too, they were pretty strict about other like they would make you hold it with people.
Yeah.
Like so, like I'm lifting this thing like 500 times. Like it's awesome. Like don't get me wrong. But like by the time it struck midnight, I was just ready to just really tie one on with my buddies at the bar, and then we did.
Listen, Cam's trying to lift the cup when it was here, like
my
at all the
shoulder
parties. At all the parties,
hit my head on.
I'm like, dude, you weren't on the team. You can't lift the cup. No,
but I did.
The cup guys, like they come like rush.
Oh,
to
they
it.
hate me.
Oh, they're
they
like,
hate me.
You can't do that. People
know.
are trying to lift it left and right. Time to talk a little bit about Daredevil hockey, the ultimate in performance plus protection. Daredevil is a lightweight compression-based layer designed with Kevlar cut-resistant fabric overlays that protects all the vulnerable areas of the upper and lower body from skate lacerations. Get yours now. www.daredevilhockey.com. Use that promo code Cam and Strick. You'll save 25%. Now back to the interview.
Let's go.
Hey, how was Sid? Like we all know he's a great player and everything, but like, how did he treat you? Like, how was he as a teammate? Like, what are your impressions of him that you like leave behind, like playing with, a legend like that?
I was very fortunate because I was hanging with Bortzy a lot, and we were hanging out with Sid and Neeler at the time, and to be around those guys who were like Sid and Neeler, I think gets a bad rep here and there or whatnot, but they were so generous with their money, always helping us out. And then Bortzy was a little older than me at the time, but Sid is just one of those guys. Like he does everything like you should on the ice. I don't know how it is for him because he's so good at hockey. It'd be like me going out and playing with like adult over 50 league and trying to like dumb myself down. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like it's like for his brain, I think sometimes he gets frustrated because he's so much better than everyone. It's like, all right, why can't you do the things I can do? But he never let that leak in. He just kind of expected excellence of himself and of his teammates, line mates. And then off the rink, he was a good leader. He was just one of those guys that, all right, let's win. Obviously I want to do my best to help out the team, and then let's enjoy it afterwards.
So you're talking about
he's perfect.
You're talking about James Neal. When you say Nealer, is that who you're talking about? James
Neal, yeah.
He's got the whitest teeth in the league, man.
No, BJ Crump talked about James Neal. He's like,
great guy.
He would be like, Cameron, this guy, he was my roommate. Beaner's like, this guy is the coolest motherfucker. I go,
really?
Is he? I go, is he? He's like, Cameron, I'm telling you, he's the coolest cat in the world. But yeah, go ahead.
People rub him, like, get rubbed the wrong way, but I loved him. Like, I think his humor is, it's so like cocky, but he, at the end of the day, like, he was super nice to us, but it'd be very hidden, you know, like he's doing like nice things for me and Bortsy on the side, where like to our faces, he's like, oh, fuck, you want me to pay for it again? And then, but like he would always take care of us and make sure we were having a good time. And he talked about it, and we thought it was funny. So it was like those two guys were awesome. Then Joey V, like, he was my first seatmate on the St. Louis or on the Pittsburgh plane, and we were, until I got traded, we sat next to each other. But you guys know how good of a guy he is. It's just like,
oh yeah,
couldn't have asked for a better situation to sit next to this guy. And I'm like, this guy's a fucking beauty. Like, he's like, you can't not have a smile around him. It's crazy.
He's always happy.
He's always happy.
He's always
talking
happy.
about cooking and shit.
I know.
Yeah. He
making bread.
Honestly, he is, and he was always like for the boys. You know, he'd stand up to the boys, especially like the guys at the time. Like, we're kind of not in and out of Bylsma's office and getting like the meetings every day. And I think I don't. You guys can ask him, but I think there's a funny story behind like when he got traded out of Pittsburgh. We used to do these like meetings basically for all the young guys and the fourth line guys, where it'd be like, Dan would call us into the office, and like we just watch clips and whatnot, like over and over, like not even really talking, just kind of like whenever he'd fuck up, he'd just rewind, play. And maybe this story gets a little lost in translation. I don't want to, but it was during preseason. I guess Joey B had a meeting or something, and they were showing a turnover of a preseason game, and he just went back and forth, rewinding, playing. And I guess they had just watched like a bunch of guys make other turnovers, like the guys that they would never have meetings with. And Dan, I guess, said, hey, like, what are you feeling right now? And don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure Joey said, honestly, I want to sucker you in the face. And then they got in a big fuck you match. And then Joe wasn't there for too much longer past that.
Wow.
Oh, no shit.
Oh,
so that fucking Italian came out of him.
Maybe you shouldn't have told us. I don't know,
that
man.
Italian came out of that motherfucker.
But listen, he's one of our favorite people.
Yeah,
like, let alone,
I shaved his fucking head one time.
I think honestly was this a lot like a tipping point for like, all right, enough's enough. Like, I think he was 29 at the time. Like, I can't be doing these 45-minute meetings watching me turn over one puck in the 7th game of preseason.
Yeah, and he's so smart.
Dan Bylsma, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Right? So, and we love. I mean, listen, we absolutely love Joey V. But Dan Bylsma, man, I don't. Okay, like, what's your take on him? Like, I know he, kind of caught lightning in a bottle. They won a cup and whatnot. But like, as a head coach, like, did the guys like him?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. His style wasn't awesome for me. Like, you guys know I'm tiptoeing around this, but
yeah, you are.
Like, he is a good. I think he's a good coach. I mean,
you're funny.
Yeah.
Dude.
No,
you're fucking funny, dude.
You want to talk more about Disneyland or what?
Holy, yeah! You better not like murder anybody or anything, because you're gonna fucking fold.
Brain aneurysm trying to spit
You're
that
gonna
out.
fucking
Did
fold
you
under
do
pressure,
it? Yes
dude.
or no?
You better not be in a mob. You're fucking dunzo, dude.
Okay, let me just clear the air a little bit. Like, he wasn't right for. He actually helped me a lot in trying to become a more complete player. But I think just personality-wise, like, I'm a guy that is going to go to the rink and be happy and laughing, and like, I enjoyed playing hockey. I enjoyed what I did, so I didn't ever want to look like I couldn't not be myself at the rink. And I think it bit me in the ass in New Jersey as well. Like I just like to watch TV before games and whatnot, but I mean, I think this California vibe followed me around the hockey world for a long time, like almost too lax, like I don't care. When in reality, I really care. I don't wear the face, you know.
I see. I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. And especially, you say you in Jersey too, because Lou. Like,
and I don't think Lou was there. It was Ray Shearer.
Was Ray Shearer there?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because Lou doesn't like me. You gotta be a robot, and that helped me. But I get what you're saying with that. That like I'm here, like I just do. I'm not doing. But I don't know, man. Like, did you not like work out before practice, or are you just sitting there watching TV with a? So like the guys that walked in there before practice, that walked in, didn't work out, grabbed the coffee, had the bagel, and sat there and watched Sports Center. Or the older guys. But if I did that, I look like a fucking jackass. I need to go stretch in the room. I need to go ride the bike and get warmed up. So, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think I kind of, like I said earlier, that I kind of got caught in this weird limbo of like, I technically wasn't really a veteran. I was 26 at the time, but it was my 5th year. And on top of that, our team was really bad. So at that point, you're just kind of like grasping at straws to be like, all right, well, let's change something. Let's be more serious. And if you're going to pinpoint one guy who looks like he's not serious, it's me. But I mean, the trainers and guys will attest. Like I worked hard and I tried to do everything by the book. It was one of the years I really didn't like go out. Like I was trying to like use it as a huge stepping stone in my career, you know, getting a chance in New Jersey, playing more minutes. And I actually had a pretty solid year. My production wasn't there, but like for how our team was. And then once that whole thing kind of came over where I literally got called too Californian or like I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to have fun.
Who called you too Californian? Who called you that? I never even heard of that.
Someone behind the scenes,
That's
but
funny,
I'm
dude.
like, I am exactly that. I am Californian. But like, it was just kind of this, I was trying to change that persona based on like how it would be off ice and whatnot. And once that didn't help me doing everything by the book, how I should, I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to enjoy this. That next year I went to St. Louis. And honestly, I only played in St. Louis for 6 games, but like playing in Chicago, like that was my most fun year playing pro hockey by a mile.
Playing for the Wolves?
Playing for the Wolves. And, you know, we didn't have any rookies basically because we were combined with Vegas. So it was all just like Jason Garrison. We had like a bunch of a Brandon Peary, TJ Tynan. We had a bunch of older vets, AHL vets. And we're living 40 minutes from a 6 city. A lot of guys are on one-ways. So you couldn't have drawn up a better AHL like
go to that.
experience.
You go,
Yeah, because I think
baby.
you were on a one-way, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, you were on a one-way.
Take care of the boys.
Okay, so
what's
listen.
your wife doing right now, by the way?
No, she's just hanging out. Is she on a
It's
roller
just like,
coaster?
girl, no,
She's getting a turkey leg.
Eating some cotton
she's
candy.
sitting right here. I told her it was only going to be a 5-minute.
Put her on the phone real
video
quick.
interview.
Yeah,
We'd like to
5
interview
minutes.
them, too.
Hey, hold on. You know
Kenny,
what?
you want to do it? You want to jump on?
Oh, she can
Tell her
come
to get
on.
on.
She can come
no,
on.
she doesn't.
Hey, what about Gino? Like, how's he like?
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
the best. Like he's such like a. I think Russians like. He's so smart, but like he'll like play it off like he's not. You know,
Yeah.
just like because like Russians they do really like the good like the awesome Russians like Gino. He was so funny. Like he wouldn't remember guys' names, but like I secretly he was just he was a great he was a great teammate because we were. I think one year like he got stuck playing with me and Nick Spalling for like a string of games, and we were just calling ourselves the best line. So we'd always go first at drills, and Gino like loved it, and we actually had a good stretch of games. But he's one of those people like he can just go out there and just dominate a game like nothing. Like he's one of the most dominant players I've ever seen. Like, and Sid's incredible too. But like when Gino's like on, I don't think there's anyone who like has that combination.
No, especially back then when you were playing there. Like,
Yeah, back then,
he
for
was
sure.
so good. Like, just one of the best hockey players I've ever seen. Honestly, what about like the dynamic with he and Sid, like behind closed doors, like in the room? Like, do they hang out? Do they get along pretty well with each other? Like, there's no jealousy or anything, is there?
No, they get along well. You know, like they're so good. Like it's a very business-like, like at the rink, business-like, because you have two of the generational players of our era, and I think what really helped them get over the hump was bringing Phil into the mix for those 16, 17 years, because now you have Phil in there who just takes a little bit of the back and forth between those two, and Phil is just the guy who that guy. He's the coolest guy. Like he just does not give a fuck, but at the same time, the players and the teammates know that he cares a lot, and I think bringing him into the mix and just adding that funny element, like someone be barking at Phil, or like Sid would be barking at Phil, and Phil would be like, "Holy fuck, you're always right, Sid," and like just having that little element made it work so much more. Like they could never have jumped that trade doing what it did.
Oh my God!
How sloppy is Phil though? How sloppy is he? Is like I'm dead serious, because he has that weird reputation, hot dogs and all that shit, and he does look goofy as far as body's concerned. Is he healthy? Did he work hard? Like, I mean, or does he just have a bad fucking body?
No, I mean, he just has he had like the highest vertical. He's just one of those guys who's just a specimen. Like I don't think anyone can tell him really what to change, because he's played like 900 straight games, and he's been super effective. Won two Stanley Cups. Arguably the most productive player on both Stanley Cup teams. I think he had 23 and 22 points or something like that. So it's like you have this guy who doesn't get injured. He's always available. He puts up 30 a year. He puts up point per game a year. To have someone come in and say to change something, it's kind of almost like it'd be stupid, you know. Like he's done this much to this point, and he doesn't even look that bad. Like what you guys think, I think it's just because kind of he looks a little rough around the edges sometimes, but that's just his.
Yeah, I know.
He looks terrible. What are you talking about?
He kind of reminds me of like Brett Hall to an extent, like a little bit.
Hall looked bad.
Like there are some comparisons. Like good luck trying to tell these guys to change.
I'm just letting you know.
When they never get hurt, they never miss games, and they score goals all the time and help you win.
As far as optics,
I know.
terrible.
Hey, you just didn't have that natural body type. You know?
I'm jacked.
And you know what though? Like Phil, I think his non-caring attitude is what makes him be successful. So I don't think it's that, like, he doesn't give two thoughts about anything like the extracurricular stuff or whatnot, the outside saying, because at the end of the day, he's a fucking stud, and he's been a 10-time All-Star or whatever it is. So I don't think it really worries him that much.
Yeah, and when I said like jealousy, is there any ever jealousy between Sid and Gino? I meant like competition, you know, like internal competition. Because they're both studs, you know. They're both getting a lot of attention, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's always competition. There definitely is that internal battle within them that kind of pushes them to be better players. I mean, I think they both kind of flourish more having each other on different lines for most of their career, same power play. I mean, whenever Sid was out, Gino would step up, and vice versa with Gino being out. But like Sid's the most competitive guy I've ever seen. Like he would be one of those guys you play like, best out of 3 horse or something, and he loses, and you go, okay, best out of 5, best out of 7. It's like, but that competitiveness, like that translates into Gino too. He's just not Canadian, or like he doesn't speak good English. But I mean, in practice, we fed off those guys. They'd be battling. There was actually one story about Gino. Am I allowed to tell stories and stuff like
that? Do whatever the fuck you want.
I want the story. We want the stories. So does the guy driving a concrete truck right now in Saskatchewan. He wants a freaking story
exactly,
too.
Busting his ass.
And now that I'm retired, I'm not as worried about stepping on toes. So it's perfect to let go of some of these. But
you're fine.
I think it was my 3rd year in Pittsburgh. We play on New Year's Eve. We have a New Year's day practice scheduled for 12 the next day. And so we have a party. I guess New Year's is massive in Russia. Like that's like their go-to holiday. And on the way out, I think Gino was like, yeah, I'll see you the next game. I'm not coming to practice. And everyone's like, whatever. So fast forward to the next day, we're all like, basically he could have just shown up and he wouldn't even have to go on the ice, but he didn't come to the rink. And the next morning, Gino basically was like, yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. I told you I wasn't coming. and then we get on the ice, and we're playing last puck just around the net, and Gino steals the puck from Craig Adams, and Craig's a fiery guy. I love Craig. He's one of the best teammates. He really
Military
helped me
boy.
as a young guy. Yeah, he like helped me kind of become more of a professional. I might have been too Californian. We'll just say that.
We know, Bobo, we know.
And then so Gino steals the puck, and then Craig was already mad that Gino didn't show up. So they start teeing off, like baseball swinging each other. And this is like all the other teams, like they have like their coaches in the stands. I'm like full on baseball swinging, and then Craig's shorter charges at Gino, and Gino just puts a stick like to cross check him. He takes Craig's lip like clean off from his like one side of the mouth to the other side, and then so we get stitched up. Craig's fuming like as he should be. Like it was just like a shitty, and Gino still doesn't really know why people are mad at him. I didn't give a fuck because I was young and I had to be there anyway. I don't care for the older guys if they had to come or whatnot. But I'm stretching in the locker room afterwards with Gino, and Craig comes flying in, punts the physio ball at him, and I'm like stuck in between them. And I never been in a fight, not even in hockey, not outside of hockey. So I'm like
California boy.
Back.
You're too Californian. No shit. You are too Californian.
So I'm like, I hate confrontation at this point. I'm like, fuck, like these guys are going to start wailing on each other. More people came in, and then Gino actually had to put up like 10K on the board or something for like a meal, our next meal, pay for a meal, and he ended up scoring first shift of the game that night.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did. But Craig Adams
closed.
is no joke. I think his daddy was in the military. He went to like West Point with High Note.
Harvard, I think.
Is it Harvard?
Yeah.
West Point? Something hardcore. But yeah, he's a tough dude. But look, for you, it doesn't piss you off. But I think if you're like a wily veteran like Adams at a time, you're an older guy, even if you're on the third line and you see your superstars that are still young and they're doing that shit, you're like, fuck you.
Well, he played almost 1,000 games. Whatever.
At that point?
Well, I don't know about that.
No. I'm talking
yeah.
about that. Then it was like 2009. We're talking about, I think, right? Like 2010.
This is 2015.
Oh, way off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's over 900 games.
900 games. No,
But-
fuck it. Never mind, Craig. You fucked up.
I think just how it got spun too. Like it was more. I think we were just off of a long road trip or something. Like it was just something simple that kind of got brushed under the rug. Which like I think star treatment. They should get like. There's a reason why they're stars and whatnot. I mean, I do love coaches when they're fair and calling guys out. But like at that point where I was at my career, I was like, yeah, I don't care. He played that. He had 2-1 that night. We won. All was good. And then I just felt bad because like Craig was trying to do right by the boys and like stick up for like the team and like at that point. And I think they might have had like a 2-on-1 goal that night too. It was just one of those funny things. Like, of course they did.
It's funny because that's what they do, dude. Because especially the Russians, man, they're just like, look, I'm in my own program. I'm unbelievable. You can chirp me all you want, but I'm going to take over, and then I'm in control again.
Cam and Strick podcast here for our boy Dan Bellman with Bellman.com.
Yeah, baby.
You need some new wheels? Why not get a Cadillac, a Buick, a GMC? Head out to Troy today. And again, don't forget about Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram right across the street.
No doubt.
Right there in Troy, Missouri. Visit them online. Check out their new selection, the pre-owned selection, the best service you will find anywhere in the country. Bellman.com. BeHLMANN.com. Get yourself some new wheels in time for the summer.
Yeah.
Now back to the interview.
What are you doing for money? Did you make enough money? Did you save your money? Were you smart about it? Can you chill now? Like you are you grinding it? Like, explain yourself.
Yeah, so I actually just took a job for a hockey company called Pro Mentor, which is like, I mean, you guys have probably heard of like Daryl Belfry and like the video skills coaches. So we're setting it up almost like Cameo, where you connect with a pro, a former or current, with an amateur player. Maybe it's their favorite player, maybe it's someone they want to emulate their trajectory of their career on. and you kind of like have that big brother program with a guy who's been there and done that. And you basically pay for sessions to have like a coach that's like not actually your coach. You know what I mean?
Like a life coach almost.
Ooh. Yeah. So, and it's like, and it's good because it's trying to get rid of overparenting, overuse coaching.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I think parents, they try to take the journey into their own hands when it's like, all right, this is the kids. Yep. This is the kid's journey. Yep. Let's talk to someone who's been there and done that, and let's get their input. Because I'm not to say that parents don't know what's best, but sometimes you have to talk to someone who has been through it.
Oh, they're stupid. They're mostly stupid. Let's be honest.
Exactly. So, if they hear it from someone, it's as much for the parents as for the kids. You know, if the kid has a dream to play, it's just one more resource to kind of help a kid. For instance, if you talk to me, I would be great to talk with kids about how to overcome injuries in terms of like the mental side of things. Like there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and just kind of try to just waiting out the storm, you know. And when you're younger, you're like, oh, why me? But like if you put it in perspective for kids, they start to get it like, hey, this isn't forever. This will make me better in the long run. And I think it's important to hear that when you're younger.
Yeah, okay, man. So listen, so how do kids and parents, a lot of hockey parents listening to this show too,
Oh,
man.
I know.
So
sorry to ridicule you guys.
How do they reach out to you? Who are some other pro players that are involved with it?
So I was in charge of getting the first wave of men's involved. And we have our girl is Dana Trevino. She was the captain at BC. And she's heading the women's, but we just signed Amanda Kessel with Hannah Brandt on the women's side, with a couple more studs that are going to play in the Olympics. And then for me, we have Drew Shore, myself, Mitch Callahan, Matt Donovan, kind of guys, Justin Pogge, guys who've kind of been everywhere, done everything, kind of worked super hard to make it to the NHL, any capacity. And I think their knowledge is super valuable for young kids who are going to be going through it, as opposed to just kind of throwing it in the fire and learn how to be a pro. It's okay, well, we can give you some insider trading basically beforehand.
I like that.
You doing all right though with that though? Even living out in Cali or
He's
Scottsdale?
in Scottsdale, yeah.
But still Scottsdale's the fuck do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just bought a house in Scottsdale. So yeah, I'm doing all right. I have two other things that I'm doing right now that's non-hockey related. That is, I will talk about it down the road, but that's kind of setting me up for the financial freedom that I want to have, as if I was going to have a 20-year career.
Yeah.
I hear you, man.
Hey, could you have kept playing? I mean, you're only 29 years old or whatever. You could have kept playing, right?
Like a 25.
I'm 29, and I definitely could have kept playing. It was one of those things with COVID. I was kind of opening myself up for the game's getting so much faster, and I was getting a little bit slower. So the game, it would just open me up for new injuries. And so my shoulder is not even the main reason I retired, but my knees, I have some degenerative tissue disorder in my patellar tendons that my year in Chicago, I couldn't walk or work out. So I don't think I worked out one time that year, but, for skating, I would sit in the back of cars and put my feet up because I couldn't bend my knees. I was just crushing so many meds. So at that point when I told my parents, I took a year off and got surgery, and the surgery helped for a little bit, more so the cortisone, but it started wearing off throughout the Tucson year. And I was still productive, but it's it wasn't worth the money, when the money isn't worth the risk. It's all right, let me start my next chapter here. Yep. And it's not for lack of loving the game. I obviously I wish I never got injured, but it's if you put in perspective and you see how much other shit people have to deal with, pretty fortunate that I'm still walking, had a fun career, met a lot of cool people doing it, and then now I'm able to start something new. And
you play in the KHL for only 5 or 6 games though. What's the story there? What happened there? Did you get there? And when you're I gotta get out.
He's alive at least.
Yeah. Okay, so
what happened in Russia?
So that year, coming off of, St. Louis qualified me, but they didn't want to re-sign me. So because I was on a one-way the year before, there was some clause in the new if I were to sign it, that I'd only make like $40K in the AHL, which I knew they were going to bury me, but I didn't mind because I was loving it. But if it was for like a normal, like 40K is just like not much money, like.
For anybody.
So I was like,
40K, yeah, dude.
Yeah, so I was like, screw that. Like, they own my rights, so I can't sign with a new team, which is so dumb because I would have loved to just walk and seen some options. And then it got a little bit deeper into the off season, and my agent Eustace was like, "Yeah, there's just nothing. Like, it's either you can go play in Minsk for a good amount of money," and at the time I was just like, "Fuck it, I need to." My knees are so bad at this point. Like, I'm having like a tough time day to day. I let them know that. I just said, "Hey, you're getting like my knees are mangled," and they're like, "Yeah, we got some good stuff over here. Like, we got some good doctors." I get over there, and then I was like, "Hey, like I can't do like I can't run. I can't like play all the preseason." I ended up going 10 for 10 on preseason games, or 9 of 10. Like, they treat their preseason game like a crazy, crazy tournament leading up to the season. Then first 5 games get played. Before my 5th one, like, I'm struggling on the big ice. I'm like waddling around out there. And then one of my best friends passed away back home, and I said, "Hey, like I gotta head back for a funeral," and they're basically like said no, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'm going." And then I left all my shit there, and with the intent of going back. And then once I got home and kind of taking care of like the off ice stuff that I needed to, I just said I need to get if I don't get my knee right, I'm gonna go back. Like, it was the worst 2 months of my life. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it was just from a lot of external factors. If I could figure out the hockey, if my body was fine, I could have figured out the rest. But my day to day was so miserable, and you couple that with all your friends back home kind of being asleep while you're awake, and it's like, all right, now you're really on an island. No one speaks English, and it was a forced decision that I made based on like the circumstances. But it was an experience. It was an experience.
Yeah,
it's
man.
a fucking nightmare.
I mean,
That's all you have to say.
Isolated.
It's a goddamn nightmare.
I mean, I hope you at least had like a piano in your apartment or something like that, so you could like, meditate or something. Because you're like a badass piano player, aren't you? Like, talk about your.
That's kind of pimping.
He's a pianist.
He's a fucking kid.
No,
he's
like,
a California.
I hear like they'd go on the road and like be in the hotel lobby, and he'd find a piano and just like hold court.
You could. Women
talk
love
about
that
it, Beau,
shit.
before we let you go.
My parents had this rule where, because my dad played the drums, so he just because hockey's super expensive, he was just saying, like, let's get you guys a little more well-rounded. Obviously never made us pick a sport. He never forced us to do anything we didn't want to do. But he said, if you're going to play a sport, you have to take an instrument for 5 years. So I took piano from 8 to 13. My sister did the same. She still kills it. She sings and plays piano. My brother did guitar, and then my little brother did like stuff within like science arts and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you just had to do something outside. And
Danny did the flute, by the way.
Can play the clarinet. You guys had like a band over there, full on band.
Hey, no, let me explain something to you. When you walk into the Ritz-Carlton in Boston, and you roll in that motherfucker,
and you see the piano.
Let me set it up.
Yeah.
And you got the flight attendants at the bar, chilling out, good-looking women everywhere. The boys are looking at you. You're a young kid, and you're like, you know what? Fuck everybody. I'm getting on this goddamn piano, and I'm going to look like a pimp. Do you ever do that and just start playing fucking jam out?
I would love to jam out in, like, hotel lobbies. And
the best.
there was actually one time in Ottawa. We were at Ottawa. We always stayed at some shitty hotel, but
Brook Street?
Yeah. Brook Street. But down the street, there was like a piano bar, and I think we were playing Ottawa in the playoffs, and I was pretty drunk at like a team meal, and Duper's like, go play, and I'm like, I can't, like, I literally am too drunk, so I refused. And then the next morning I went to the rink after I left warm-ups or whatnot. All my suit holes were sewn shut, so I just had like a And that was compliments to Duper.
Dude, go play the goddamn piano when people tell you to.
That's
okay,
right, man.
homeboy?
Yeah, I was a rookie too. I was like,
Jesus.
fuck. I just,
I would have tortured your ass.
Hey, he's too Californian, man.
I was like, I did this in California, not in Boston.
All right, listen, bro. Thanks for doing this, and go have fun with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
Go
at
to
the-
log flume, Bobo.
at the amusement park. You're the best, and all the best with everything you got going on, man. And you had a great career,
Right.
so congrats on that
And
too.
tell her thank you for holding up. She's probably like, fuck you. Let's go get a turkey leg, man. My
she's
bad,
good.
dude.
She's good.
Oh,
No
yeah.
worries. Thanks so much, boys. Have a good one.
See you,
Okay,
Bobo.
you too,
See
Bo.
buddy.
All right, that was Beau Bennett again. Another former first-round pick, Southern California, man. That's not easy, man. I give him a lot of credit. I know you were the first to make it out of St. Louis, Cam, so maybe you can relate a little bit. Although I think it's even more rare for these kids out of Southern California, man. It's pretty impressive that he was able to do that.
It's not easy, man. Anytime you're the first, you're kind of a pimp kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're the first one ever to make it out of a significant area, then you are kind of a pimp daddy. Mm-hmm. And now he's in that category. And he did it out of Southern California. Not easy thing to do. You got to play roller hockey just like we did. And he figured it out. And he's a handsome kid. He's got great
And
teeth.
he loves the game.
Great teeth. And he loves the game. And all the players love him. And we evaluate people on how the other players like him. And they love him.
I think sometimes he talked about this when you're from Southern California. You chase a certain perception that's out there. Like maybe people think like because of his personality that he doesn't care about the game or whatever.
I'm
but
surfing.
Like what? No, he
Hang
cares,
ten.
man. How do you think he got there?
Yeah,
like
I
this
hear
guy
you.
cares. He's the first one out of Southern California. So, but he kind of always stayed true to who he was. Dealt with some injuries. Sounds like he got had some nasty injuries.
Yeah.
Didn't go too well over in the KHL either. That whole
Whatever.
situation.
Who does have a good outing at the KHL?
Would you go over there
Fuck no.
for money? You wouldn't do it. Come on.
Not with my girl.
Well, you have to leave her here.
I mean, I just my point now. I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'll just chill and talk to you and make money. Andy, fuck off with your stupid fuck elbow. No one cares about it.
I just twisted.
It's not even that
again.
bad looking. Good God, you got bit by a fucking black snake. Fuck off.
When I
It's not even
just
poisonous.
when I tweak it just a little bit, you know.
The point is, like, would I go over there? Fuck no, because the owner would be like, go fight this guy, and I would, but I don't know. I'd rather make money doing other things at home. Mm-hmm. Seriously,
Them playing over there.
fuck yeah.
What if you can't match the money?
I won't make as much money.
Oh, okay.
Just don't put yourself in a position where you need to make that
Like
much
you don't
money.
love the game that much where you would take it over there.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Did you love the game?
Yeah. Yeah. 100% love the game.
Yeah.
Loved every second of it. I think I loved being cool more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed. Although
I
you're
swear to
not
God.
that cool. That's part of the problem.
Maybe not. Maybe not. But I think I liked being the dude more than anything. That's why I went over and made no money in Nottingham and still did my thing. You think I did it for money? You think I did it? I did it because
I don't think you do anything for money.
I know.
I think if it came down to Cam getting attention
know.
for something, he's like, "What? I get paid for it? Okay,
I know.
you do it for free."
Well, I just I like attention. No doubt.
Do you?
Yeah.
That never gets old, right?
Yeah. Nope.
No.
Good attention. Not bad.
You want good
Yeah.
attention
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
because no one likes bad attention.
But do you want to be a money hungry whore? You'd be a
well, what
fucking
is that?
miserable
Well,
prick.
how do you define
I need
that?
more money. I do more through the podcast. Give me more. Why are we splitting this 50-50? I should get $200 more on each thing. They're using Cam instead of Cam and Strick on this. Give me $200 more on this. That's a
And then
dick
I
fuck
would say,
motherfucker.
okay, Cam, now you do this, and this, and this.
Okay, well, you to entertain everybody when you interview people. Go ahead.
Okay.
And then present it and then see if you get attention. Like, seriously.
No, it's got to work, man. We
No
are a
doubt.
team. We are a
Of
team,
course.
dude.
But do I ever bug you about money? Ever. With anything. You know the cheap fucks, man. Am I cheap with anything? And I know you chirp me for it. It's so dumb.
Patty did.
Do I ever bug you for giving more? I need more. I need
By the
anything.
way, Patty sent me some Letty dressing. I got to put that on my Instagram later on today. Some Letty dressing.
Well, no one's going to see it.
If people want to hook that up,
Want me to put it on mine? Should I put it on mine?
he didn't send it to you.
Well, he's stupid. He called me at 4 o'clock in the morning the other night.
Letty, did you answer?
Patty did.
Did you answer?
No. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Why didn't you answer?
I was fucking sleeping. Kate and I go to bed at 9:30 at night.
You wake up about 4, though, don't you?
I do. You almost got me when I woke up.
What time do you wake up?
5:15.
And what's the first thing you do? When
Get
you
coffee.
Wake up? Yeah. You make it?
The dogs are barking. I get coffee. I go down and see my little kitty cat, bring her downstairs, let her go to the bathroom, go into my studio room, get my fucking mind right, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Have my coffee, look at the paper, read the New York Times, or read the Wall Street Journal. I get my St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Although it's irrelevant, I still read it.
You read the newspaper?
I read
or is it online?
No. I get papers sent to my fucking house, old school style. So I get those.
Is that a leftover subscription? Like they just never canceled it, or did you order it?
The Wall Street Journal is a leftover thing.
I'll read that too.
I do.
It's good for your mind.
There's a fucking a hurricane that hit, or the China Wuhan virus.
Wuhan.
I know what it is.
What do you call it? The Wuhan.
China virus is what it is, and it came from China. Just so you know,
I don't like to offend anybody.
I don't want to offend anybody, but you have to be a realist too.
Well, I know. I'm just like
be the non-offending guy and see how this podcast works.
I'm the non-offender.
No, well, there's realistic terms and things, and that came from China. Just so you know, fucking Wuhan motherfucking market. Look that up on YouTube. The Wuhan market. You got fucking animals bleeding on each other. The Wuhan food market, look it up on YouTube, son.
That's like a real place?
Jesus, you're so aloof.
Like, no, the food market?
Look it up
I thought it came out of a lab.
It did come out of a lab. But look at the Wuhan food market. It's disturbing. You have animals piled up on each other, bleeding on each other, and they serve. God. Get out of here. Jesus. Out of here, man. Do your research.
Not putting that on my Traeger, I'll tell you that. Not my elbow, dude.
I bet that hurts, eh?
See how I can only move it to here?
Yeah. Yeah. Like Joe Montana can't move his elbow.
But normally, most people can go to there with it. So anyway, all right, that was Beau Bennett. We appreciate him. We're entering the dog days, everybody.
We are, man.
Everybody out there, listen, it's Saskatchewan, wherever you're at.
Saskatchewan.
Hanging out in the cottage. Does every Canadian have a cottage?
It's got a little bit of money, you do.
No, you don't. People who don't have money have cottages.
You gotta have.
Everyone has a cottage. They all go to the cottage.
Andy, you're living in Canada. It costs motherfuck money, homeboy. Especially if you smoke darts and chew tobacco. It costs you $40 a fucking pop. And you're an alcoholic. Yeah, go to the beer store and get a 12-pack of fucking Bush. See how much that costs you. Costs you $40 fucking dollars.
Really, Canadian?
Yeah,
up there.
Yeah, dude. You're in a beer store only. I could buy liquor, booze, and a gun and bullets for $15
at the same place
at Walmart at 3:00 in the morning.
No, I know. But listen, even in small town USA, they have sporting goods stores where you can buy like a soccer ball and like a 9mm at the same place. I could
buy booze, gun, and bullets for fucking $15.
That sounds like a
what?
I don't even.
Are we the ones murdering people? Like,
no,
what?
I don't.
What are you saying?
I don't do the guns unless I'm hiking in Montana.
Like, are we? Who's murdering what?
If I'm hiking in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, or British
have to
Columbia,
have a gun,
then I will
Andy.
have a gun. Any other place in the world, I don't need
I'm not gonna lie. Well, in the
you
world,
see that lady
in the world,
that lady that was like tempting that grizzly mama.
Oh, I know.
She's lucky.
They're stupid.
Somebody sent that video saying I found a picture of Andy in Tahoe, but you know what? I would never. I would have ran.
It's so stupid.
I would have ran.
Anywhere in the world, I would never need a gun except for Idaho and Montana. Oh yeah, not in what? Not in fucking South fucking Africa. You're not gonna do it in the fucking. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Well, maybe there.
How about India, where they have tigers, crocodiles,
loose?
What?
Loose?
There's a place in India, Andy.
No.
And Andy, you're so stupid.
Tigers are just running around loose.
Yes, tigers and crocodiles on a river where they all are at the same spot, and there's a guy trying to fish, and a crocodile goes after him.
Who's fishing there, dude?
The locals, you dummy. And then all of a sudden, a fucking tiger jumps in and swims after you and grabs you, and then the other people are grabbed by a crocodile.
Oh my God!
It's Psychoville.
Is this on the internet?
It's all over the internet. What do you do? So this is what you do when we don't have kids. I look up crazy shit. And I learn.
Cam.
And I talk about it.
Nobody
so it helps us.
is fishing and getting eaten by tigers. And why are they going there?
Because that's where they live. It's a village in goddamn India.
And there's tigers loose?
Yes. Tigers everywhere. Tigers, not lions. tigers.
Would you rather run into a tiger on a hike or a grizzly?
Great question. Probably a grizzly. Because I think a grizzly would be not as aggressive as a tiger. I think a tiger's coming right after you. I think a grizzly's like, I want to go kill this thing that's already dead. Where a tiger wants to kill you and eat you when you're alive.
Really?
That's the difference. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just be like, okay, like I see these,
a grizzly.
I see these people.
I don't know, dude.
I see these people on social media who have pet tigers and lions.
No, I know they're all
they snuggle with them.
Well,
it's play, dude.
Hey, go to the middle of where all the wealthy oil folk are down in where they have the one island there. God damn it, where they have these rich fucks in Lamborghini.
Hawaii?
No. I'm talking about Middle East. And Qatar, and Dubai.
Dubai,
yes,
my bad.
Yes, Dubai, where they have wealthy folk everywhere. Dubai, go back 20 years ago and look at Dubai, and now look at it now. Okay.
No, it's like the wealthiest city in the world.
Per capita, one of the most wealthy. And so you have all these wealthy oil fucking nerds that their mommy and daddy are like oil freaks that are generational oil, which is like the most despicable thing in the world. Anyway, so they have these Lamborghinis and they have cheetahs in there. And they have fucking lions hanging out in their Lamborghinis.
Oh, yeah, but they're pets.
Is that right? Oh,
well,
okay. Well, what does that mean?
No, they raised them since they were young.
No shit. Well,
so
that's
they
what
know each other. They know they smell each other.
It just doesn't matter.
And they're not. It's kind of hereditary. That has to go. It's how they live.
Andy, that's not how they live. That's where you're dumb. Because I don't care if you have a generation that is domesticated. They still have the crazy in their blood.
It's not very smart. I would never do that.
That's how they live.
I would never recommend to somebody. I mean, even the guy from the circus people. Didn't one of them he die? Or whatever?
They got attacked by the white one. No, I know.
Did he survive?
Siegfried and Freud. No, I think he died from the.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. Well, don't do that.
Same with the guy who used the crocodile hunter or whatever.
Oh, he got by stingray. That was a weird situation.
Oh, really?
It was a stingray. He was down scuba diving, and a stingray stuck him right in the heart.
No.
Yes. How about you do research?
That's why I'm not.
How about you do
so
research?
Sure about the ocean?
Oh, Andy,
I'm not sure.
We
about
are Midwest
the ocean.
motherfuckers, dude. We don't play this game.
I'm not sure about the ocean. I can't see what's down there. I don't know what's happening.
Andy, no.
I like lakes, though.
No, we don't know the current. Not even the predators in the ocean. The current's going to kill you because it's going to suck you out. Your boat's going to go down, and all of a sudden you're fucking stuck. Just like those. How about this?
I've been in the middle of Jamaica with this kid took us out. He's like 14 years old.
Here's the deal.
Miles away.
Remember those kids that just signed for an NFL team down in Florida? They take their little boat, little center console, like I always talk about. Center console, 30 feet long.
Was it Chris Craft?
No.
36 foot?
No. Stop. Center console, they go a fishing boat. They go 30 miles out. They go to this reef. These big football players. This kid just bought this thing. He just signed with a fucking Florida, whatever the fuck.
Recently?
About 10 years ago. Oh, wow. Just listen to me.
Okay.
So they take this boat out in the middle of 30 miles out to this cool coral reef that you want to fish in. Yeah. So you got your big football buddies there.
Okay, we get that.
Okay, so he puts his anchor down. Gets caught.
Oh.
So this is what you do. He's like, fuck that. That anchor cost me $800. So instead of just cutting a goddamn tie, you cut the fucking rope and you fucking lose the anchor because it's expensive and it's whatever.
But you buy a new one.
You buy a new one, Andy. Yeah. So he's like, fuck this. I'm putting it in reverse. He rips it in reverse, then gets caught in a coral reef, flips the boat, boom. They're out there for 3 days.
And they survived it.
They start killing each other. The players are hanging on to the outboard of the motor, and they start hallucinating, and they start drowning each other. And then one kid's like, no, I can make it to shore. And it's fucking 15 miles. You can't even see it. He swims, dies. One kid who kicked all the other kids away because they're trying to drown him to hold on to the one part of the boat that's still alive. And he's holding on to the outer motor of it. And finally, 3 days later, look that fucking story up.
Did any of them survive?
One did.
He told the story?
Yep. He had to kick away all the guys that are trying to drown him.
Has he told? Is this like has he been interviewed? Like, where do I find this?
Just look it up, homeboy.
Story.
It happens all the time.
Okay.
Oh, God, Andy. Is that not the worst?
No, this is terrible.
I'm sorry to see it. Does any other hockey podcast talk about this stuff? Does
I got to get the details.
Well, then correct me on it and correct me on my fucking
next
shit.
Episode, we'll have the correction. Let me just do a little research on that. I'll let everybody know. All y'all know exactly what went down.
I'm not joking.
No, I know. I'm with you. I need to know what happened.
I just told you what happened, like you fuck. I just told you.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, any thoughts on the Olympics?
I don't give a fuck.
No thoughts?
Oh, the women's soccer team. Like, look.
Score a goal.
No, how about no one gives a fuck about you?
Yeah, they do. A lot of girls, man. My little daughter was upset to learn that the women's soccer team lost today.
I get that. No, I get that.
And the players are like, well, we just lost to Canada. No offense to Canada. We love Canada, but
they're
our soccer
smiling.
team doesn't normally lose.
They just don't represent the U.S. as well as they should. They're all about themselves.
No, you're talking about one or two of them.
Yeah. Well, they're most important ones that are loudest. So if your team's only one or two, your team could be 20 people, but if there's two people that are loud and they're just so negative and negative, like people don't like that. It doesn't bother me.
They had some trouble during the entire tournament scoring goals, and offensively it just wasn't there for them right now.
It's their mantra. Yeah. They're just so, Megan Rapinoe's so negative. Feel sorry. I need more money. I need that. Okay. What else you want? What? Can you smile for once? And then you don't win, and you laugh about it. No one, people don't like you, girl. They don't care.
No, a lot of people do, I think.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
She's married to Sue Bird, by the way, who's one of the greatest basketball players.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Sue Bird is a hell of a ball player.
I don't give a fuck. Why are you so everything's so negative? You hate everything. Man, I don't get treated well. Man.
Well, let's hope the men's basketball program can
they're
rally.
going to be fine.
No, they're going to win.
Fuck them, too.
I watched the last game.
I give a shit about them as well. I care about the people that love the country, honestly. And some of these girls that just get, they get pushed away and they win these gold medals, but everybody talks about the anti-American motherfuckers instead of these awesome-ass girls that win things and they do things. And they're and they're like, we love our country. We're going to put the flag around us, but we're going to talk about this fucking broad that hates our country because she's louder than you. Well, I just want a goddamn gold medal. Give me attention. Those are the girls that need attention, not all the other ones that they lost now. Screw America. Fuck you. I don't care.
All right. Hey, you know what? You know what we care.
Me all you want.
Well, you know what we care about.
I don't care.
We care about Car Shield.
Yeah.
And carshield.com.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you how people think in the Midwest here.
I got
We're not on the East Coast. We're not on the West Coast. You're talking about real people in the Midwest.
You don't represent the Midwest. You think you represent everyone in the Midwest? No, you don't. No, you don't.
Then who the fuck do you represent? Who the fuck do you represent? The fucking nerd boys from the wealthy part of fuckboy? No. You don't represent anybody. I actually represent a ton of people. What are you talking about?
Well, I represent...
Who do you represent, Andy?
I went to Parkway North, Northern Arizona University.
You and Sven and Ezekiel.
Ezekiel's in my neighborhood.
Yeah, he's
gonna have a big year this year, by the way. Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, we care about him.
Yeah, running back from the Dallas Cowboys.
No, not him.
Yeah. He's in my neighborhood.
No. You know who I'm talking about.
No, I don't know.
So you guys, I don't like America.
I don't know
people where I live kind of do.
Well, I know.
I'm just letting you know.
Well, people everywhere do.
It might not be me, but I represent. I'm just letting you know what people are talking about.
People everywhere love the country. Everywhere, Cam. Everywhere.
Yeah, I know. But a lot of people
all
don't.
different races.
How about if you're representing the country, just act like you like it. Don't feel so. Hey, look, we all
don't let one or two people make up.
Is it one or two? Hey, we're all eating a shit sandwich. What's the fucking difference? Is your shit sandwich worse than mine? What did you do?
Dude,
explain that to me.
You're not talking about my chicken.
No. What's the shit sandwich?
You're not talking about the chicken.
We're all in a shit sandwich here. We're all eating it. So what the fuck's the difference?
Okay.
Seriously.
I want you to eat that chicken when you get home.
I don't eat 2-day-old.
Well, you're going to try it and you're going to let me know how it goes. Otherwise, Brody's taking it home.
Shit sandwich.
It's chicken. Spatch chicken.
That's a shit chicken, too.
Spatch chicken.
It's a fake chicken.
And I basted it.
With what?
Chicken
grass?
Chicken rub. From Traeger. They sent me my own rub.
Andy, I'm not eating any meat that you fucking cook. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing.
Carshield.com, 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM. Mention it, CAM, and you'll save 10%. Again, I've told you, Cam has told you, we've told you for months now, everything that it does to save you money and give you that peace of mind. So do it today. Sign up, carshield.com. Save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars. You never know when something's going to go down in your car. Get that protection today. Also, Bellman.com, our boy Dan Bellman.
Love him.
BEHLMANN.com. He's towing down in Texas at the lake. Great decision.
What's he doing right now? God damn, man. What's he doing?
Great decision. Hanging out.
I want to see his boat. Damn it.
Well,
I need
maybe
to
he'll
see
send
this.
it to you. Text him. Yeah, shoot him a text.
I will.
And he'll send it to you.
I know he will.
You got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, one side of the street, the other side, the Cadillac, the Buick, the GMC. Used cars, pre-owned cars, certified pre-owned. Anything you need, they can hook you up with it, and they'll buy your used car. They want your used car, no matter what condition it's in. So take it out there, let them look at it. Best customer service you'll get anywhere. You know that.
Talk, will you? What's wrong with you?
My elbow, dude.
Fuck you, stupid.
I'm on some heavy dosage of antibiotics right now.
So he's on antibiotics and he's acting like he's crazy.
Hey,
I was snorting 50 painkillers a day.
2 different ones.
Still normal.
2 different ones they had to give me.
They're antibiotics. You're not fucking your head up.
But this injury is so bad. It took
snorting painkillers.
2 antibiotics.
He's fucking chirping me right now.
1 antibiotic, he was like, no, that's not going to cure it. You need 2.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, you and my grandmother had the same thing the other day.
Probably need to drain it too.
Such an athlete. Lord.
So check out Dan Bellman. Get out there to Troy today. It's a hop, skip, and a jump away. It's right there. And the best customer service, like I said, you're going to find anywhere. Guaranteed. Also, Daredevil Hockey. Again, check that out, daredevilhockey.com. Mention that promo code Cam and Strick, all caps. You're going to save 25% off of your purchase. Check it out. Again, this cut-resistant Kevlar fabric material. They got the upper, the lowers. Protect yourself and protect your kids. If you're a men's league hockey player now, too. And even if you're walking around in the green laces, whatever you got going on.
Just don't do that, guys.
No, they still can wear the Daredevil.
But don't have green laces and take your fucking. I'm going to be cheap and take my skate laces and tie my shin pad. Don't do fucking dumb. Yeah. Because you walk in a locker room, you do that bullshit, you're automatically typecasted as a jackass. Just don't do that. Okay. There's tape in the fuck locker room, or buy your own tape and be normal. Yeah. You suck anyway. Don't extra suck because you look like shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Andy.
No, my game's pretty good. You know that, actually.
What game? Your interview game is pretty good. It's all you're good at is interviewing people, and like doing blue stuff where the camera's on you and your teeth are white. And you give an injury update, and then they have you do another thing where your teeth look good, and you say something smart. That's what you're good at. That's what you're good at.
Well, at least there's something, right?
I know. I'm not good at anything. You're good at that. Your teeth are white.
All right, well, I hope everyone enjoyed this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast. We've got some big dogs coming up, too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, real big. And
Bo's not the biggest big dog, but he's a cool cat.
He's cool, man. And we had to get him on. He's worthy. There's always a reason why they come on. Like, listen, we're very selective.
I didn't even know who he was.
Very picky. No, you didn't.
No idea who he was.
Well, you should have. You played against him, dude, for a long time.
I did, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. You probably forgot about a lot of guys you played against.
Yeah, I forgot about you a couple days ago.
He was a first-round pick of the
I don't
Penguins.
give a shit. Like, a first-round pick doesn't mean anything.
He won a Stanley Cup.
All right. I should know who he was.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay.
I fucked that up.
And he was cool.
At least I admit it.
And he was cool when he came
He's
out.
a totally cool cat, dude.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with him.
Yeah. We're going to.
Not at a water park, though. Like, come on,
might
Beau.
have to.
Fuck's sakes. I can't do that shit.
Again, camandstrick.com. Check out that merchandise. Support the podcast. And we love the support we're getting from all y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Until next time.
We love you guys, man. I'm sorry about being...
oh, my God. Yeah, I know.
Fuck
It's late in the afternoon for
I don't give
Cam.
it... No. This is what I do. And text me or we'll talk about it. Like that's how it is. I love you guys, man. I love all you.
Thanks for listening
Except
to
for you, Andy.
Cam and Strick podcast. My elbow hurt.
Fuck you.